You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
There you go. Finish him off. Good start, Dylan. How about a 3-strikeout first inning? Dylan Cease up the middle, and the American League cashes in. Alvarez in score. Langoliers right behind him. 2-run single. Cody Bellinger. Baez grabs one towards the middle. Can't step by Clement. Heaves a throw and gets him. Wow. Oh, God. Wow, that ball is absolutely destroyed by Miguel Vargas into the second deck.
Good morning. Welcome in. Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. Your eyes do not deceive you. That's Damon Benning. It's just the white balance on this one.
You're goddamn right.
I'm Ravi Lulla. No, I'm just kidding. That's Austin. DB will be joining us at 8 o'clock. He's got a little early morning West Side.
Oh, did I not get the run? Did I not get the tweet today? Does it still say Ravi, Lulla, and Damon Benning?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I have no idea. It's
tough.
I think it's DB's face on the tweet.
It's Ravi, Lulla, and Damon Benning. I guess technically they are joined. They will be joined.
Yes.
By Husker 27 BC and Lauren Michelson.
Yeah. No.
Wow. I just did your lineup for you. You're welcome.
Yes. Thank God I didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't actually be joined by any guests. It'll just be us.
Yes.
Just gonna hang out for a little bit.
I'm just gonna quote you and not Austin to Jacobsen. Bang. Be petty. Wake up. Stay petty.
All right, Petty King.
Yeah.
Did you want us to do 2 tweets? Should we have done one with Austin and with no guests?
I'm just saying you could say Austin Jacobsen is on the show at some point. That'd be kind of nice.
Ravi Lulla and Austin 2 Jacobsen.
Sure, just been like
at Austin 2 Jacobsen.
R.A. Lulla is joined by at Damon Benning, at Austin Jacobsen, at Husker BC 24/7, at Lauren Michelson.
Because who's here the entire time?
Only me.
And literally does not move for 3 hours plus.
That's not true. I've been trying to get up a little bit more because by the end of the show, I always get up and I'm like, I really should have got up.
Yeah,
so
your carpal tunnel.
We're trying to get a little bit more movement in.
Did you ever do the Apple Watch? Because the Apple Watch will yell at you all the time.
No, I did. I used to. It was when I can let the secrets out of the bag now.
Uh-oh.
It was when I worked at PayPal. You
on steroids
weren't supposed to have. Not steroids per se.
Were you that big?
Whoa!
You're that guy that's big for no reason.
Yes, I was
hitting the headset. Hello.
I mean, you know that I was big for no reason. You knew me then.
That's when you were like hand scooping peanut butter out of the jar.
Yeah. No, but I would wear an Apple Watch because we weren't supposed to have our phones on our desk. So if I needed to check text message or anything, I had it on the watch. So I literally bought an Apple Watch for that purpose.
Had that thing on you.
But then we started working from home, and I was like, my phone's gonna be right here.
Yeah.
Also, I switched away from like wearable, like the fitness wearables, just because I was like, it's not changing my behavior. So why would I keep wearing this? And I like other watches look better. Like I think they look cooler. So
yeah, I don't really care about watches. I just wear this because I like knowing how many steps I have in a day.
You're a big steps and fitness guy, though.
I do like steps. Yeah, I couldn't ride my bike today because we have headshot photos. So I had
you can't be like
Vogue, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ken, he'll be here at 8 o'clock. Listen,
he literally just said that.
I started the show with that.
Everybody always bitches and moans every time that I'm on here for like 22 minutes. Literally, everybody, and it's the same people every day. 2 days out. Oh my God.
I think you'll.
What am I gonna do?
I think you'll survive,
man.
We'll talk to Husker BC. The Huskers have a new running back.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Iowa Western for like. Did he even work out there?
4 minutes.
Yeah,
he was there for spring ball.
He has 18 yards in Division I football. I'll take that.
We'll get to. He's a former 4-star. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
We'll get to that later. What was your night like?
You talked about being petty.
Yeah.
I went. You remember last year how big Rico and I were on Dante Moore?
Yeah,
I had a nagging thought that I was like, if Oregon's not good this year, why would it be? So I went and looked back at Dante Moore in big games.
It was a little rough.
His last 3 game stretch was not actually fantastic.
Yeah,
really. Like so, he the James Madison first round game in the college football playoff, they win 51-34. But he throws 2 interceptions in the game. He does throw 4 touchdowns. Over 300 yards, but you're at home. He completes 70% of his passes, but why are we throwing 2 picks?
Yeah,
why are we throwing 2 picks against James Madison? In the 23-0 win against Texas Tech, and this was more of Tech's offense fault because they literally couldn't get past midfield.
Anything.
He went 26 of 33, 234 yards, and only an interception. But he also was sacked a bunch of times, and he had negative 12 rushing yards in the game.
And Texas Tech, very, very good defense.
Very good defense.
Very good defense.
But still, like, got to show up to the game.
I'm just going to be honest with you right now. Like, so that is a line like the 26 for 33, 230 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a bunch of sacks, that's a Dylan Raiola line. And it's a line that we would get super mad about.
No, Dylan will get a touchdown in there. He'd go 1-1.
Maybe, but that's the type where it's like, hey, he was pretty efficient, but it was low yards per attempt. Got sacked. Like, that's the exact line that we would get mad about with Dylan Raiola, but it's Dante Moore. And so we're like, oh, no, he had a pretty good game. And it's like, he really didn't. It's fine.
Well, luckily they have each other now.
Yeah,
so it's perfect.
Now, in case Dante Moore has a Dylan Raiola game, Dylan Raiola can go have a Dylan Raiola game.
And then, obviously, the last game against Indiana, which was bad from the start, he went 2 touchdowns, had the pick 6 in the game as well, in the interception. He was sacked a bunch in this one, too, negative 28 rushing yards, and then 24 of 39. I think that was his most passing attempts. Yeah, tied for his most passing attempts on the year. 285 passing yards in that game, too. He also had another dud. That was the Indiana loss where they were at home. Had
earlier
2 picks. Yeah, 2 picks, a touchdown, 21 of 34, only 186 yards. The only reason I thought that was because in terms of it's odd because college football, even 2, 3, 4 years ago, felt like it was dominated by superstars, biggest names. When we were in the preseason talk of who's got the best player, that's why I feel the best about them. It feels like this season going in, it is mostly about who has the best roster overall, because we're still giving Texas Tech a bunch of credit without having a starting quarterback. And I know that they are kind of head and shoulders above everybody else.
I'm a little concerned there because they are also losing their 2 best defenders.
True.
Obviously the roster is going to have a certain level of talent because they pay for it, but I'm more concerned about Texas Tech than most.
But to be fair, again,
the general
speaking,
yes,
we're still a lot of people would still put Texas Tech top 15.
George is a really good example of this.
Yeah.
No one's in love with Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
They're really good college quarterback, executes what they want him to, but he's a very Stetson Bennett type in terms of I think he's physically more capable than Stetson Bennett.
Well, he also looks like the thumb people from Spy Kids, so that doesn't help his case at all.
Well, Stetson Bennett looked like a hobbit, so what are we going to do?
Yeah. Maybe get a prettier quarterback. Kirby's he can't be prettier than me. It's it's a really low bar.
Probably why he recruited Carson Beck, if we're being honest.
Whoa.
What?
Carson Beck won a lot, though.
He did.
Hey, that's a future Arizona Cardinals starting quarterback.
No natties for Carson Beck, though.
Yeah.
0. At least as a starter. No, George is a good example of this, though, what you're talking about. We love the roster. Nobody's talking about Gunnar Stockton as a first-round talent, or I haven't seen at least as a first-round quarterback. He's certainly not in the Arch Manning, Dante Moore discussion or Brendan Sorsby even of quarterbacks before the Sorsby of it all happened. So I do think there's that. Arch Manning is probably the outlier there, but Texas has a really good roster. Oklahoma's interesting because people are talking about Oklahoma, but not talking about Mateer as much as they did last year.
Yeah, and remember, too, at this time last year, we were talking about how hot of a seat that Venables was getting on. So I think that's definitely the same kind of conversation that you can have once again.
We had this conversation last year with Lenora Sellers. I didn't like the roster that much.
Yep. But again,
people were enamored with Lenora Sellers, so they were getting the bump.
And their pass rusher, too, which I do not remember the name of.
Yeah. And so I think Oregon's interesting because they sort of have both. We like the roster and people are enamored with Dante Moore. But to your point, I think it was smart that he came back.
Yeah.
There were things that he needed to work on, even if he would have been really highly drafted this year.
Yeah, Sauter would have hated him year 2 of the Jets because he would have been probably bad.
Anytime you end up with the Jets, it's probably not going to go well.
Now he has a great chance of going number 1 to the Jets this year. So that's great.
We still make a little more money.
Thank God. But so here's, I don't know how well you know Oregon's schedule, but they're going, this is my opinion. I think Oregon is going to get a lot more credit because, again, kind of the conversation we had yesterday, they're going to be a top probably 4 team at the lowest vote they will get in a preseason poll is probably 4, right? 4 or
Oregon?
5.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'd be below that.
So I think that they're going to get a lot more credit for their schedule, especially in the front end, more than they probably should. They get Boise State at home in their season opener, 2:30 kickoff in Autzen. Not saying anything bad about Boise State by any means, but we're talking about a new Pac-12 school. Boise State's not necessarily competing for college football playoff year in and year out. No. They're still going to be a good team. And that's, again, another one that a lot of people are going to give them a lot of credit for, regardless of how they win the game.
Sure.
Right? They're going to play. Everyone's really high on Oklahoma State coming into the Big 12. They like everything else. They go to Stillwater to play that game. That's an 11 a.m. kickoff on September 12th. Again, another one that if Oklahoma State ends up going 7-5 or 8-4 and they surprise the people in the Big 12, Oregon's going to get a bunch of credit for an Oklahoma State
being
win.
an 8-4, 7-5.
Yes,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They'll get Portland State, which obviously non-conference, and they'll get USC on the road to open Big Ten play. A bye week at home against UCLA. Then they get the Nebraska game at home. They travel to Illinois, host Northwestern, travel to Ohio State, which is probably their biggest game of the year. And then that starts November 14th. They host Michigan. They then have a Friday night game at East Lansing against Michigan State and wrap up their year on Saturday after Thanksgiving at home against Washington.
So basically, the
season is essentially the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
And even if
I'll be interested to see what Michigan looks like. I'm interested to see what Michigan looks like.
I'll say this right now, just like off of what this looks like. Mm-hmm. I'm with you too, because the Michigan game is interesting, especially back to back.
Yeah, coming right off Ohio State.
And, whatever that lapse could look like there too. And it depends on where Michigan's going to be. Again, like the preseason ranking.
At that point in the season, I have no idea what Michigan's going to be.
Exactly, right. Because
at this point in the season, I have no idea what Michigan's going to be, to be fair.
And so Michigan maybe they could be a top 10 team. They could also be a fringe top 25 team. They could be completely out of it. I don't know. But if you look at it right now, in my opinion, if you go 10-2 with where this schedule ends up, I think a lot of people would be like, oh, I don't know. Like, it kind of seems like
dropping 2 games for Oregon, I think, would be disastrous.
Like, let's say you go to Stillwater.
In their mind.
Let's say you go to Stillwater. Oklahoma State gets really up for a game under a new regime, new roster, all that stuff, and they beat Oregon.
Even less dramatic than that. Like, USC is going to have a super talented roster.
True.
You start off Big Ten play with USC. Let's say they lose 2 out of 3 of USC, Michigan, and Ohio State, which is not out of the question.
No,
it would. 2 of them at least would be an upset.
And you can at least say that those are 3 top 25 games.
Yeah, I think there's a chance USC could be really good this year. I have no idea what Maeva is going to be. I'm not a huge fan, but he was a lot better last year than he was 2 years ago when he took over the starting job. I look at that and I go, anybody who looks at that schedule is going to say any more than a loss to Ohio State is a disaster for Oregon, right? Like there's nobody that looks at that schedule and says you have any right to lose to anybody besides Ohio State. Yeah. But I think about and I know that this is a very different Oregon team than they used to be, but I think about the way that Kyle Whittingham used to give Oregon fits when they were both back in the Pac-12. And there's a part of me that thinks this is why I like the Kyle Whittingham hire at Michigan, is he is going to run the exact same type of program he did at Utah with access to way better players. That's it. That's why I like. Yeah. Utah and Michigan, in terms of how they have wanted to operate, are not largely different programs. Want to build through the trenches. You want to have a really strong running game. Like, there's a toughness there when you are talking about these 2 programs at their best. And so that's why I was so mad about them getting him as a hire, because it was a perfect hire for them. I don't know if that happens this year or not, right? Like, I don't know if that version of this comes to pass this year or not. I also don't know. Kyle Whittingham's never been a head coach anywhere else besides Utah.
Yeah.
Right. We also don't know if there was just something like he had a connection to that particular university and he'd been there for so long and he had kind of developed these recruiting pipelines with, the Polynesian players and things like that. Like, I don't know how all of that translates either. There's a version of this that doesn't work. We've seen it before where it's just like, hey, it worked really well here, didn't translate, right? We saw it with Brian Kelly. It worked pretty well at Notre Dame. Like, I don't think anybody can deny it worked pretty well at Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's happy with ending up with Marcus Freeman in that exchange, but it did not translate to LSU. Brian Kelly had been successful literally everywhere else he'd been. It did not translate to LSU, right? So I don't know if the Whittingham thing will work at Michigan. I love the fit, but I also don't know if it does work, if it will work today, this year.
Also, Michigan is somewhat of a rotten apple right now. Like the entirety of that athletic department is a little bit of and it's really funny too. You don't have a men's basketball coach. Well,
Boynton is the official now, but they just promoted him.
Right. Yeah. But you lost your coach super late in the process, and you have a new head men's basketball coach. You've got a new head football coach. Your athletic department is your
AD is probably getting fired. The rumors sound like Ward Manuel is getting fired at some point.
I keep seeing more tweets about Ward Manuel that don't say the word fired in it.
Yeah,
that I'm shocked by.
I don't know how
Moore is coming out constantly. They're just like, we actually investigated Sharon Moore years ago, and we thought, nah, good dude. We told him, don't take your hot secretary to the games. And he said, nah, fam, I'm good. And then Ward Manuel goes, you know what? No issue there. You're fine.
You keep beating Ohio State.
She can go to Columbus this time, Jerome.
No, I don't know how he still has a job. Like, the number of scandals that have happened on this man's watch is kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
I saw a list since he took over, and I think it was like late 2010s or mid 2010s, like 2016, 2018, somewhere in there. And there's like 30 of them. And some of them are like obviously more aggressive than others. But I mean, you got Connor Stallions in there. Like not only did like people, I think people forget Sherrod Moore got arrested.
Yeah.
In this whole thing, it wasn't just he was cheating with his secretary and got fired for it. The reason he got fired for it is because he lost his mind, went to her apartment, broke in, and got arrested for it.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that's why this whole thing finally broke. And then Ward Manuel was like, I think we got to let you go, bud.
It's like, sorry, man.
Like, I
warned you.
I don't understand how it has gotten to this point that Ward Manuel still has a job.
I was thinking back on it, and not that I'm always checking on like what other athletic departments and what other athletic directors are doing outside of Nebraska's, because obviously we're a little pigeonholed in here. But Ward Manuel has done a terrific job of literally saying nothing for the longest amount of time.
Yeah,
he doesn't do press conferences. He rarely does interviews. He doesn't really put out any personal press statements or anything of that nature. He has nothing to say, which I'm not saying is a good or bad thing, but it's just so interesting now that like I can't go back and double back on anything that like he has said before on any of his coaches or on anything else. Like when he addresses stuff, he says this like blank and open statement of nothingness that just means absolutely zilch. It doesn't do anything for anyone. And so, I mean, credit to him. Everyone's trying to like quote grab and stuff, and you can't find anything.
There's nothing there. There's not a thing out there about Ward Manuel. The whole thing is fascinating to me, and it'll.
So, do you think that going to the Michigan football side of it then? So for Whittingham, I mean, that's one reason why you bring in someone like that, because
he cleans up the image.
I always believe in, especially in college football, you make the hire from your firing of almost the opposite of what you had before, right? And I always, you can use it in like the loose translation of like if you had a really big fat coach, you take like the skinny guy who runs marathons, right? What?
It's not where I thought you were going.
No, that's how it goes. I don't know what the stats on that are, but I feel like it's pretty good.
I think personality-wise is more common, right?
Well,
you go from Bo Pelini to Mike Riley,
exactly,
right? Like there's a
you thought I was doing Bo and Mike first.
I did. You go from
I like Austin's version better.
You go from
I mean, it makes sense.
The most common is you flip from offense to defense.
Yes.
Like you go from Bill Callahan to Bo Pelini to Mike Riley. Like you just keep flipping back and forth between offense and defense. And it makes sense. Usually the side of the ball, unless you're Scott Frost, like usually the side of the ball that you're an expert on succeeds and the other side struggles. And so it's like, well, we got to fix the other side of the ball, right?
But again, that's why you fired a coach who was completely like lost in the organization, did not have a great reputation, like left kind of in bad footing. And you could say this about Frost, you could say this about Moore in different circumstance, obviously. But then the person you hire is the exact opposite of that. Whittingham does not have very often any scandals, except for maybe some like personal stuff that, or not his personal, but maybe on his team. You know, I don't know necessarily how many Utah players like got arrested. I don't want to make a blanket statement.
I don't remember a lot. I know he is a very like quiet outside of football person. I don't remember Utah specifically, I don't remember a lot of scandals, but I could be forgetting.
And also on that same note too, like I went to the Outland Awards when they had it in downtown Omaha.
Yeah.
And Whittingham was there because Spencer Fano was the winner. Whittingham avoided every single media person. Like he was a ninja when it came to that. Like he was ducking in and out. He didn't want to talk about anything. He wanted to do any of that. He's just there to celebrate his guy. Now, on the opposite side, you look at the Nebraska hiring of Matt Rule and then obviously the Michigan hiring of Whittingham after that, comparative to who they were before. Couldn't ask for anything different.
Yeah.
So I think, like, regardless of what happens with the Ward Manuel situation and what happens around him, I think the reason you hire someone like Whittingham is because they rise above that, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing like Rule. You hire someone who rises above everything else that was going on just to get yourself through and pull yourself out of the muck of it all.
TK says Kansas did go for Mangini to Turner Gill.
I told you, man. Told you.
Scott Frost mentioned take a shot. That's twice.
All right, here we go.
Inadvertent. Real quick. Who's our Big 12 monster team of the day?
This is...
We've been talking a lot of Big 10 already. How dare we?
This is BYU. This is our BYU Monster Can of the Day presented by the Big 12.
They're really going to hate that.
So it's just water.
Nope. It's listen, I know they have with the Mormons a thing with the caffeine, but they're Breaking Bad today. They're going with the heavily caffeinated monsters.
Do they soak that nice or something or what?
That's where the money comes from. And so they are just going to move right past that.
Yeah. You don't have to shake it or anything for you.
No, sometimes you never mind.
Rico wants to say it.
What's up?
Kinda.
What's up?
I really wanted to see where that was going.
Oh, are you not familiar?
Oh no, I am.
Oh,
I wanted you to keep going.
Wait, why are you familiar?
I'm not familiar like that.
Oh, whoa, hey, don't get nervous now, Rico. Whoa, don't get nervous now.
Calm down.
He was a big Jimmer Hurrdat fan.
Everybody was a big Jimmer Hurrdat fan.
Big Jimmer
Who
guy.
didn't love Jimmer?
I did love Jimmer Hurrdat. Every once in a while he'll be
also that BYU like men's basketball just like timeline is so fun to just kind of go back on. It almost is somewhat comparable to like the Creighton like Doug McDermott.
Sure,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is because
you sort of just have this like this star that transcends everything your basketball pro. And BYU's had some success in basketball. Like I think that Danny Ainge went there.
Right.
Like they've had success in basketball.
But for like my generation, it felt like basketball for that program, as you know, it started there.
Yes, 100%.
Like when you see them come up on like a Monday or Tuesday night in the middle of November or December, and you see the big graphics and you see their logo, that's the person you think of.
Yeah, and it's
in fact, I still think that. Like, I mean, I will go to Creighton games now, and it's hard not to.
Yeah,
think of
well, for a long time, you also had his dad on the sideline, so that was there's
true.
still a very direct connection to the program. But I'm still mad. I think the guy's name was Brandon Davies. He was the second best player on the team, Jimmer's senior year when they were really, really good. And he got suspended for having sex. Like he got kicked off the team for having sex and
not having a Big 12 Monster energy drink.
Yeah. And so
that's why Dubance got out of there.
And I was like, bro, you guys can make like a Final Four, like suspend him later. What are we talking about
like
here?
in terms of scandal, come on, guys.
Like he's a college student.
BYU has their rules. You got to follow them.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just saying, like,
don't hold your girlfriend's hand.
Maybe
not on campus.
Maybe wait for those rules to apply until April. Like that's all.
Provo is an incredible place,
just
though.
Let it play out.
I've driven through there a couple times. It is like absolutely breathtaking. And every college baseball season it happens, they're like, there's no better view in college baseball than the Provo outfield, where it's like the mountain range behind it.
The stadium, the way it's set up in the mountain. Yeah, it's crazy.
Really cool.
No, I mean, Utah's a beautiful place. It's there's gorgeous scenic views, whole thing, but not if you
they don't sell alcohol after 10 p.m. which I know Kobe hates.
You also have to go to, my brother lived in Utah for a while. You have to go to special like government liquor stores to get anything over like 3% alcohol by volume. Like they have literally all the beer companies make special Utah beers that are below their, it's like 3.5 or 4% or something is the threshold. And if you want anything higher than that, you have to go to like a government run liquor store to just get like a regular ass beer.
And if I remember right, Utah is one of those unique states where you can't buy alcohol in the grocery store either.
I believe so. Yeah.
You know what's weird is Wyoming has that too.
Really?
Yeah. Which you wouldn't like think, because not saying that like all people from Wyoming are like alcoholics by any means, but it just seems like more common practice that not as many places to be able to go to in Wyoming. But maybe that's changed. But when I was living out in the Panhandle, not that we were like crossing borders to go buy alcohol when I was a child by any means, but
you were living out in the Panhandle. You were in high school. How do you know about the liquor stores in Wyoming?
Well, it was just one of those things like you play in tournaments or something like that, and the parents are looking for something, and they're like, "Well, we just went to Walmart. Like, you can't find anything there."
The parents are like, "I have to watch youth sports. I need alcohol stat."
Listen, a Panhandle like tournament for Legion baseball on a Saturday in July is hell.
There would be
like, if you put that in Chadron, especially at that time when all the hotels were only smoker friendly, you just coughed the entire weekend and you were stuck in this dry heat that never ended. You felt like you were in like holes, like you were just never going to get out of it. Yes.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Keep
That's
digging.
The second time we've done that.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty good.
I like the first one.
The first one was great.
The first one was great. Yeah, if I was at that said tournament, my Yeti would be filled to about there with alcohol, and the rest would be ice. It would be it'd be pretty aggressive. You know, it's I understand being at a youth sports tournament and being like, we got to find some alcohol.
Yeah.
Like this is not going to work.
We got to do something about this.
This is not going to work.
Also,
I am not doing this sober. I guarantee you that.
So
it's again, like me every time I get on an airplane. We're not doing this sober.
I don't want to like pull the brain off of everybody watching here, but in pretty much west of North Platte, and definitely with gaps in between there aren't soccer teams or swim teams in the spring for high school sports. There's a couple like Scottsbluff and Gearing have them, Lexington obviously, but it's fewer, especially in the smaller schools. There's no of the swim teams, but there are summer like community swim teams that like the kids will be on and everything. I was in one in Sydney. Those are huge tournaments that take up your entire Saturday, that you're watching kids from the age of like 6 to 18 swimming 400 meters.
God, you know how long it would take a 6-year-old to swim 400 meters?
I know how long it takes because I always swam the super long events as a kid because it was just me. And I was like, I got to win gold somehow.
For days.
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is not touch the bottom so that way you get gold.
Look, at some point, you're just splashing.
Yeah, dude. I trapped people for like 22 minutes
You're just
swimming.
flailing.
Yeah.
Just tread water until everybody else has to be saved by the lifeguard and you win.
So this is terrible.
Well, that'd be a DQ. So
this was a very like heartwarming moment, but what that reminds me of was I think it was either the 96 or the 2000 Olympics. The Olympic Committee has like an emerging nations program, so you don't have to meet like world qualifying times if you're like the best from your country in that event, because they're trying to kind of like bring up sports in those countries as they're like newly formed. And there was a guy from one of the African nations that was swimming, and he was just in the pool by himself. Like I don't think he barely knew how to swim, and he's in the Olympics. And that's just what I'm picturing you as a 6-year-old.
That was
there
were 2 other people with him. They both false started.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wow.
That's right. That's right. So, but
They did it on purpose.
Oh, okay. So he ended up in the pool by himself.
Yes.
It took forever. Like
it was a long time.
It was very heartwarming, but that's what I'm imagining it being like in watching Shadron and Austin just swimming away and like grinding out the 400
Shadron there.
Grinding out the 400 meters in 48 minutes. I would drown. I couldn't swim for 48 straight minutes.
That's a long time.
To be like accredited as a lifeguard, I think in the state of Nebraska, it might be national. I don't know if it's like the Nebraska Red Cross or the National Red Cross. You have to swim 300 meters unimpeded. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. You just have to be able to swim for 300 meters.
Unimpeded to the quarterback?
That too. Yeah. That too.
Gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be careful.
Get the flag.
You already did the lineup.
50 meters one way?
What?
In a pool? How long is it?
300 meters. So 50 meters is down.
Is one full
Or
lap.
sorry, 50 meters is down and back.
Yeah. 25.
Okay. Most community pools are 25.
Yeah.
Olympic pools are 50.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was.
But most places around here do not have Olympic-sized pools.
No. There was like an Olympic
I think there
somewhere.
might be a couple, but
like most for like training purposes, I'd assume because of obviously the Olympic trials and everything were here back in the day. So I imagine that they're somewhere, but most
places are 25.
I've never been to an Olympic like training, like I shouldn't say an Olympic sized pool. Yes. Yeah. I've never seen one like in person.
Yeah. Cause all the high schools use 25s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of flips and pushing off a wall
for the 25s. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It is too crazy to watch the 50s in the Olympics, though, because you just always expect.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
they
you
also
watch.
don't come up for air.
Yes. Like
in 50.
Like
they straight up like, and not like 50% of that entire is off the block and underwater.
It's just the push.
Yes.
And then you're underwater for as long as possible. And then you pop up and you're just like a sprint to the finish. But it's so sort of disorienting because you're just expecting them to flip and come back. And you're like, no, that was like 4 seconds. The race is over. You're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh. It's like Brandon Davies when we got kicked off the basketball team. It's like, what happened? I'm in college.
Wow. You can't do callbacks 15 minutes after you say it.
Sure, I can.
You got to build it up a little bit.
That was
it's
the
your
problem.
show. Who am I to say?
That was the problem with Brandon Davies. Built up too much. Couldn't.
Oh my God.
You can't. Not twice.
Oh my God.
Funky says Woods Parks has an Olympic-sized pool. Is that in Lincoln?
Woods
Yes.
Park. Oh, yeah, our Lincoln guy. Oh,
I'm going to be at the Woods Tennis Center on Friday.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Speaking of Lincoln, I did some looking up for our 6 and 8 man tour.
Oh.
So here's where I'm curious about it. There is a 6-man football program inside of city limits of Lincoln.
Okay.
It's actually just right off the interstate. Parkview Christian plays 6-man football.
Oh, I know Parkview Christian. Okay.
Do you feel like you would get the full experience going to a 6-man football game at Parkview Christian? So here's the reason why. Because if we wanted to do 2 games in one day, that might be our best bet because they will likely play a 4:00 game. We can get it there, and then we have like a really good access system to get to our next game.
Being right on the interstate.
Yes. And so here's my thought, is that if we go to the 6-man game, I think vibes will be similar in the small town we go to at the 8-man game as well. Like we can choose a small town to go to for the 8-man game.
Okay.
But if we go to a home 6-man game, we're obviously going to get both, but it does make, I think, it a little more difficult and our options more limited to try to get to
a small town for both.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I was trying to like finagle it. The other town I'm looking at is Sterling because it's about an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets are great. They play 6-man, all that stuff. But they are legitimately at minimum an hour away from every single 8-man game. So we're leaving, regardless, we're leaving this game early to go to the 8-man game.
So here's my thought process. I have never been to either in person.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've watched a lot of 8-man on TV.
But you've never seen 6-man.
But I don't think I've ever seen 6-man football.
Right.
So for the 6-man, I think watching the actual football is what I'm interested in there.
That's what I thought too.
Just seeing what it looks like because I've never seen a 6-man game. Since I
Do you know
have
the rules?
Not really, no.
Okay, yeah.
Since I have seen,
I kind of don't want to tell you. I kind of want it just to be.
I'm just going to try and figure it out like the first time I watched rugby.
You're not going to figure it out.
Like, so I like.
Should we just quiz him? Like after a play, I thought it's like a flag and just like, all right, Ravi, what happened?
I pray that they kick a field goal in that game and Ravi looks at the scoreboard. He's like, I don't
Hold on.
What?
So I'm guessing field goals aren't worth 3.
Might be right.
Might be wrong.
When I was in college, the like Rugby World Cup was on, and I had never watched rugby before, and so I'm just sitting there enamored, like trying to figure out all the rules and everything. I feel like that's how I'm going to be at the 6-man game.
Yeah.
But so that the 6-man, I think, is more about the football. That's the important part of the 6-man. 8-man, I do think I want to get the small town vibes. I don't think I need the small town vibes for both for it to be a successful trip.
Okay.
So I think we can go Parkview for our 6-man game.
Okay. I'll look at Parkview Christian. I'm going to keep Sterling as an option too.
Can we bring the big game chain? I would like to bring the big game chain.
So the unfortunate part is I would love to bring the big game chain. It's more probably dependent on the next game we're going to. Because if we bring the chain, then we have to do stuff post game, which means that we're there longer. And so then it takes up the amount of time it would be to get to the next game. So that's the other part too, is obviously we can like discuss all of this sort of stuff, but like, do we want to see the opening kickoff and everything for the 8-man game that we would follow up with? And, you know,
I
that
think
sort of stuff too.
I mean, this might be score dependent on how the 6-man game goes,
but
but
6-man games turn into blowouts very quickly.
I think I'd rather see the like whole shebang of the atmosphere of the 8-man game.
Okay.
Like I'll figure the football part out, whether I actually figure out the rules or not, but like I'll get a sense for the football part within like a half of 6-man football. And then I'll have you explain to me what I just watched.
Yeah.
Much like my wife when she falls asleep during movies. She's like, what just happened? It's like,
who are these people?
It's Interstellar. There's a lot going on, man.
What they say?
It's like, it's Tenet. I don't know what happened.
What's Matt Damon?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know either.
I have no idea.
I've been awake the whole time, and I know as much as you do.
Time is going backwards, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think being there for the whole 8-man experience is important. If we're doing for the atmosphere as much as anything, I think getting there, on time, maybe a little early if we can, would be important.
So that helps me out because then I want to make sure that we go to like a really good 8-man atmosphere. Because the unfortunate part is I don't want to go to selfishly, I don't want to go to a place that I've already been to, but I almost want to show you guys the places I've been to. Because like Johnson Brock, turf field, fantastic, like berm, cornfield on the opposite side. Shelby Rising City, they'll like shoot fireworks off after every single win. They also have a turf field. They have a really nice stands and everything. Like we'll be on the sideline and everything, but like
so no pressure or anything. But my entire impression of 8-man football and small town ball is hinged on what game you pick.
Oh God.
So if I have a bad time, I just may never go back.
That's true. That's
so
tough.
You could ruin Western Nebraska for Ravi.
You may not want to roll.
Actually, the worst part about it all is that he says that, but then I know that I'm restricted because I can't say like, oh well, we're going to Fairfield, which is next to. I know you don't know where Fairfield is. Do you want to take a guess where it's
Inn
close
and Suites?
To? No,
the hotel.
Well, the school is Sandy Creek.
No, I have no idea where that is.
Kind of by Hastings.
Okay.
Which is by Kansas.
I know where Hastings is.
Okay. Okay. So
I played at Hastings.
Like I would say we should, like, if you want the pinnacle of this, we should go there. But that's like a 2.5 hour road trip that I don't want to put us on, But we could watch an excellent game at a great venue, and I could give you this great experience. But then Ravi will just be like, "But the drive is too far. That's why I don't like 8-man football."
No, I won't complain about the drive. I promise not to complain about the drive. I would like you to try and keep it reasonable.
I will. Yes, that's the entire crux of it.
What's reasonable again?
I said under 2 hours.
I think I'm going to try to keep it within like an hour. So That's why for the 6-man game, I'm trying to keep it within an hour drive for us on the initial. And then for the drive to somewhere else to the 8-man game, try to keep that just so that way we can get there on time, at least an hour. So that way we're not leaving the 6-man game like ridiculously early. And then from there, from home, hoping to keep it under at least like 2 hours to get back. So I don't want all of us to be getting back because we got to drop you off too.
Yeah, like 1 a.m. or whatever. Yeah,
and that's the other hard part is like we can't go too far north because then I got to backtrack to make sure that you get home.
I'll find my way home.
Yeah,
you can sleep at your house for the night.
Why my house?
No, I volunteered you.
That's fine.
You don't have cats.
I got a guest room. Are you allergic to cats?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. See,
dang.
Potato would be his undoing.
Killed by a potato. You and the Irish.
Oh, that would be the worst way for me to go.
Just kidding. You can stay at my house.
Bang. Bang.
Son of.
We've got Benadryl. You'd be fine.
Here. This is so I have very many layers. I'm trying to make this work as best I can. But the other layer is I do always look at the Millard North schedule too, because I'm like, I got to make sure that they're not playing someone that Ravi's going to be like, oh, I'm just really missing out on a good game.
Well, I mean,
I'm also picking at the West Side schedule too, so we're trying to like.
I would say it can't be week 1 for sure.
It's not week 1
because I was
looking at week 2. Week 2, you have a Thursday night game.
I will be at Millard North, Millard South, without a doubt. That is unquestioned.
Will you go to Standing Bear with me Thursday night, week 2? I'll drive.
Where's Standing Bear's Lincoln?
Yeah, it's Union Bank and Trust Stadium. It's the furthest west part of Lincoln. It's that stadium.
Again,
it's a beautiful stadium.
I care a lot less.
Is it? I've never been.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I haven't either. If you're driving, I care much less about.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll drive.
Distance.
Yeah, I watched Omaha Northwest play there.
Let's see. So the games I would want to.
I'm surprised Standing Bear's playing there, but I imagine Seacrest is probably.
We're going to compare and contrast West Side and Millard North schedule real quick, just to make sure that we don't have any overlap. So week 1, I'll definitely be at Millard North. Or at
great point, Dave. He says, why don't you wait until Kearney has the 6- and 8-man state championship games in one weekend? Yeah, they'll have. So they have
because I'm not going to get the vibes of the 8-man game.
Now,
if I love it, maybe I'll go with you.
Yeah, and then you can see the 6-man game. Yeah,
yes.
I'll drive there too. We can all stay at my parents. It'll be great. That's what Jansen and I did last time. We went and covered the 6-man game. And it's the Friday night before the state championship weekend. So
can we bring Ava?
Yeah, Ava always comes to Grandma's house. Come on now. And we could all go. I took Jansen out in downtown Kearney. We go to Thunderhead after.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe we could get the Kearney Chamber of Commerce to sponsor our trip.
I don't think that's Millard West. I don't think that's West Side schedule. Let's try again. Internet. Thanks, AI.
You know some people.
How would you use AI?
No, it just popped up first.
Here, I can pull it up right now.
At Creighton Prep is week 1. That's a Thursday night. Oh, perfect. That means I can see both of them.
Yes.
At Bellevue West could be interesting. Central.
Are you looking at West Side first?
Yeah. Well, I have Millard North up too, but I don't know if I trust.
Okay, so let me here.
Week 1 is 100% at Millard North.
Okay, so tell me this Millard North. I'll start at week 2. So, okay, so this is tell me your interest level for these games, Millard North wise. Thursday at Lincoln Standing Bear. Okay. Thursday home against Creighton Prep.
High.
Friday at home against Sioux Falls, Washington, South Dakota.
Medium.
Okay. Thursday at Lincoln Southwest.
Medium high.
You have a lot of Thursday games. Thursday at Elkhorn South.
That actually works out really well for me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Pretty high on the Elkhorn South.
I'm gonna have to be driving you to all these games. It's gonna be crazy.
I mean, I could drive to Millard North.
We could remake the Green Book. Anyway. We'll call it the Playbook football.
I won't make you go pick up the chicken bones. I don't think it's littering.
We should throw them off on center.
We should before every game, we should make a video. Let's make a TikTok before every game.
We just recreate scenes from the Green Book.
Post it to Maine every time. And we're going to get fried chicken before every game, and we're going to throw the bones out the window and just say, not littering, not littering.
We should do it on the way back from Millard North games and be like, our bone of the day.
I've got a bone to pick.
This one goes to Torrey Pittman III.
I got nothing.
Elkhorn South is medium. Is pretty high.
Thursday night at home against Fremont.
Low.
Friday night at home against Millard West.
Pretty high.
Friday night, last game of the regular season at Bennington.
Ooh, that'll depend on how each team's season has gone by that point.
Okay.
But I would say pretty high at this point.
That's actually going to be a really good game, I think.
I think so too. But if for some reason, like
and it's a district game. That might be your district title.
I know. That's like I said, depends on how the seasons have gone to that point.
Yeah.
That could be pretty high.
Okay, so
I don't have an inherent interest in Bennington outside of the interest of them moving to Class A as far as Millard North is concerned. But if that is for the district title, then I'll probably want to be there.
Okay, so compare that to the West Side schedule that you have, if you have that.
Yes,
still
I've
up.
got the West Side schedule up.
You could just do some internal.
So week 9 is
week 9's out. Like I know week 9's out.
Yeah,
and that's also the start of the 8-man playoffs. So not a big deal. We won't miss anything.
That's at Millard South, so that's not going to miss that one.
Week 1's a Thursday night against Creighton Prep.
I'm definitely going to be there.
Yep. I imagine you want to see the Lee Summit game.
Yeah, I think I'm interested to because that's a pretty good program down there.
Right.
So I think that would be fun to watch. I probably don't want to drive to Bellevue West. I'm going to be honest with you.
Because no one's going to drive you.
Well, not just
look at Rico. He's pissed.
Listen, getting to Bellevue West sucks.
I mean, it's not great, but
especially like unless
what are you talking about? You live off of Dodge.
It's once you're in Bellevue, if you're not there like 90 minutes early, you're parking in a neighborhood somewhere.
Okay, that's fair.
Like it sucks.
Takes forever to get in on the one way. Well, there's 2 entrances.
That
entrance.
left turn is one of the worst left turns in Nebraska.
It's terrible.
That yes, I don't have a problem. Like I went there for the 7-on-7. Like I don't have a problem with any. It's specifically on football game nights. It's a nightmare.
They just built the school in the corner, and they're like, "Hey, we'll figure it out."
And they did not figure it out. They never figured it out.
No.
So pass on going to Bellevue West. Central is week 3. Central could be
week
4.
Yeah.
Central could be interesting. That one could be fun.
Yeah. And especially revenge for West Side
they lost
this year.
to Central last year. And then,
West Side Thursday night at Papillion Vista. Yeah. Lincoln North Star at home.
No.
Norfolk at home.
No.
At Papillion Vista South.
That one I'm interested in.
And then at Millard South.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple of games in here. I would say
mid-season, I think we've got some opportunities.
The unfortunate part is, so the games that I was looking at, was like week 2, which would be the Friday night Lee Summit West Side game. So maybe we mark that one off. Because I was looking at Sterling there at Parkview Christian that day. So I was like, okay, well, we can move that back a little bit. Kind of feels like week 4 might be our move. Let me look back. So it's Omaha Central, and then I think Millard North was a Thursday.
Yeah,
night
Millard North, is that the 24th? No, that's the South Dakota game.
Yes, that would be the 18th. Yeah,
that's fine. I can miss the South Dakota.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if it's Thursday, I might go anyway, but it doesn't matter.
Right. Sioux Falls is Friday, so yeah, it'd be a Friday game.
Yeah, I don't need to see Sioux Falls.
Okay, then what would maybe the 24th?
The 18th is Central. I could miss Central.
Oh, Papillion Vista. We could, because you're both Thursday nights.
No, we're talking about the 18th, right?
No, I'm now pivoting the 24th to the 24th.
I can miss the 24th.
The West Side, Papillion Vista,
and then I'll probably go to Lincoln Southwest, unless that's in Lincoln, and then
It is in Lincoln on a Thursday.
Then the 24th is open.
Okay, but that means that we would have the Thursday and Friday that we could go.
We could get the Mike Breen double bang,
double bang. Okay, I'm going to try to set it up for the 24th, 25th.
That would actually open some things up for you, because then we wouldn't have to hit them both in the same night.
Oh,
potentially.
If
you've got a Thursday, if one of if 6 or 8 man is on a Thursday, then we could see all of both games.
A Friday morning Hurrdat Sports Live where Ravi talks about his either 6 or 8 man experience.
Listen, it's going to be great.
That'd be interesting.
It's going to be lovely.
Actually, I feel like I can pull up that week right now. Let me just see if I can find anything right now. Why don't we take a break? I'll come back.
All right, let's take a quick break here, and then I'm going to ask you, you're familiar with like the 82-0 game, right?
Oh, yeah. They
have a new one that is impossible.
In which sport?
Basketball. It's 73-9. You have to beat the 2016 Warriors.
Oh, okay.
And it is really hard. The closest I've gotten so far is 61 wins, which is not close.
Okay. Can we play around?
Yeah, we can play around.
Okay, we'll play around.
I'll see if I can probably share my screen. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I don't know. Technology.
Rico's going to do it.
I just look at Rico.
This is a Rico job.
Help me. That's awesome. I'm Ravi. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live. Losing weight is harder than you expected. It's not just about willpower. At Next Gen Male Medical Clinic, we build a supervised plan around your body, not someone else's. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Let's get you moving forward.
What do you think is the most underrated part of your game?
I wouldn't say it's underrated. I think I'm appreciative for it, but just my passing ability and my ability to see cuts develop. I think as a post player, being able to pass the ball, especially in Coach Horberg's system, it's like so valuable. It's what made our whole system go. And I've also heard a lot of appreciation for my passing ability. And that's how I like to play. I like to share the ball. I like to play with teammates that also want to share the ball, and that just makes basketball more fun to me.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. We are presented by Next Gen Male Medical. Give Next Gen a call if you're ever needing all of your support, anything for those peptides, whether you're just feeling down, feeling bad, they can help you get that pep back in your step. Next Gen Male Medical, you can check out all of their great locations, and you can find links to all their great products and their services in the description of this show, where you can also find links to the Patreon. You can also find links to everything you need from Hurrdat Sports Live, including the links to Ravi and Damon's Twitter in case you don't already follow them, or you follow Hurrdat Sports for all of your great content that you need every single day. This is called buying time in the show business because Ravi needed to stick himself with steroids. Can we put this on screen? Can we watch you? Can we watch you like?
It's fine.
Limit yourself. Never mind.
Did not mean to do that.
That's tough. He's going through it right now, and it's very funny. Oh, jeez. He's going through right now, and then we're trying to like do this nice little like solo shot of him, and there's just a chicken like right in the middle of it while he's attempting to save his own life.
It's fine. We'll figure
it out. It's crazy. Can you just explain? So before we get into the fun of 73 and 9, all that stuff, like, can you give people like a real look at what just happened?
Yeah. So
because it was quick.
I got an alarm that I was running low on insulin here, and I couldn't remember if I had any insulin that I brought from home, which I did. But my syringe here is not cooperating, so I don't know if I can actually get to the insulin, which is a whole different problem. So we'll try and figure that out.
Do you need like someone to run to your home and get something?
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine till the end of the show, at least.
I don't like that time.
I don't like I said when I was leaving, I don't like you just going, And then as I'm walking out, go, it'll be fine.
Because to be fair, the show has no endpoint.
Guys, I've been doing this for a really long time. I'll be okay.
All right.
It'll be all right.
Okay, sounds good.
Sorry. Robbie, we care about you.
Your friends are worried about you.
Don't
worry about us.
I appreciate the concern. I've been doing this for 32 years next month.
Sorry.
All right, Kevin Hart. How old are you? Like 58.
Damn. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think we'll be good. I've got a little extra insulin, and I'll find some way to get that insulin into my body. It'll be fine. Anyway, 73-9. This is a game. If you're not familiar, we'll put it up on the screen here. There's been this fad on the internet of trying to create teams that go 82-0 in the NBA or 32-0 in college. I think there's a football version as well. This version is the hardest one I've come across so far. You are trying to beat the 73-9 Warriors, so you have an actual team with real numbers that you're going against. It's not some mythical, this team should go 82-0 based on the simulations. You're going against an actual team that existed. And I think the interesting part about this is it is by far the hardest one I've done. You've got a $100 million payroll, so you are constrained, and you don't get an era. You get 1 year of teams, of a team. So each spin, we'll just start it here. We're going to start the wheel.
Okay.
So each spin gives you a team from a specific year. It's in 82-0, you get like a window.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel I had to go full screen because I can't see this.
So we'll spin here. I get the
that's a good
96-97 Spurs.
I'd take that.
The problem is, this is...
Whoa, you can't say that.
What?
Nothing different.
I
saw Vinny's name quickly.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Okay. The problem is...
Sorry.
David Robinson would take up 2/3 of my payroll, and that's not great.
Wow. Yeah, this sucks that there's money involved.
And then you have the rest of the team kind of sucks. This is the year they got the number 1 overall pick and how they got Tim Duncan. And so that's the big problem here.
Okay, so we're trying to beat 73-9, we don't need 3 superstars. We at minimum need 2, right?
So value is important here. So I'm going to go Dominique Wilkins. He scored 18 points a game, but he only cost me $1.7 million. Late stage Dominique Wilkins, I think, is the play here.
And he played 31 minutes. So
yeah, he was a real player. Now we've got 06. You got Chris
right?
Paul on a discount.
Yeah,
there
Chris Paul because it's rookie year, so you get a
Yeah.
big discount. Yeah, this is an easy win.
David West is also very good here, but you got to go Chris Paul. You can also respin, but it costs you $10 million.
Okay. Miami on 2. Oh no.
See, look how much Alonzo Mourning costs.
Yeah, see that's
So this is what they do here is they take the salaries as a percentage of the salary cap, and now they extrapolate to what it would be in today's money based on the $100 million payroll. So I think the move here, Eddie Jones is pretty expensive.
Am I wrong for thinking Jim Jackson?
You're not wrong, but we gotta get some firepower here.
I know. We do have a lot of money to spend.
We do,
but I don't want to spend it on Alonzo Mourning.
No, I'm not spending. I'm thinking Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is where I'm looking.
Or do we respin for 10?
You want to respin?
I feel like respinning. So you tell me. Do you think respinning is like a better use of our money?
I don't like this. I don't like my options here.
I don't either.
We're gonna respin.
Okay,
respin for $10 million.
Give us something good.
We did not get something good. We get early Trae Young, but we already have a point guard.
Yeah, we can't.
We can double up because it'll. John Collins. John Collins is a great pull here. $3.7 million, 20 and 10.
Yeah, that leaves us plenty of money.
John Collins is a great.
We basically just spent 13.7 on John, which is fine.
Yeah, I can do that.
Michael Carter.
Oh God, this is the worst. This is the. I'm gonna respin this. Thad Young's not terrible.
No, we got to do better than Thad Young. I want to spend. We have
$74 million. I'm gonna respin.
We can put like $35 million into 2 players.
Yeah, I'm gonna respin.
Okay, so now we can put $32 million into 2 players.
So 19. Oh, this is perfect. Cheap Devin Booker is perfect. Cheap Devin Booker over cheap.
Do you think we're going to get another center that's as good as Ayton, though?
We might not, but I'll have a chance to respin again because we'll still be at $60 million.
So we can respin and get a superstar.
Couple times, honestly.
We're going to respin and try to get a superstar here.
Devin Booker.
All right.
We're not in a bad spot so far.
I don't think we're going to look good.
Kendrick Perkins sucks.
No, not God. Shit.
Kendrick Perkins
I wish we could have gotten Paul Pierce here. Could we replace?
So you can. It'll mess up your. I'm going to play John Collins at center. I'm going to play John Collins at center.
Ray Allen or do you want Paul Pierce?
I think I want Paul Pierce here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I think I get more assists. I get more rebounds. I get more points. I get better field goal percentage. One? It is, but it's too much. He's 70 million.
I see. He's 70. Okay,
he's 70 million. Yeah. I'm going Paul Pierce.
Okay.
Yeah, this is how we're going to do it.
Okay.
Now we're going to simulate the season.
They're going to hammer us. 51-31.
But this is the best possible squad we could have gotten with.
Wow.
So they do give you credit.
Okay.
For getting that. But you only have a 23% chance to beat the Warriors. This game is incredibly hard.
Yes. Ugh, I would hate to play the football version of this. This is the first time I've ever said that, too. Could you imagine? You get $250 million.
That is a ridiculous game.
It's so hard. I've played the best I've gotten is 61 wins. TK, I introduced it to TK. He's gotten 76. 66. There is one guy on here. I'll show you the leaderboard real quick, and then we'll take a break. I think DB's here.
He is. He was poking in.
The all-time 72-10 is the all-time win right now. So nobody has beaten.
I want to see that team.
I would say, can you see his team?
I don't think so. That is the best all-time win we've got so far. So that's 73-9. I would encourage you to go waste a lot of time doing that. It's a good time. I spent a lot of time doing it yesterday, but we're going to get to Brian Christopherson from Husker 24/7 coming up next. We will also have the one and only DB joining us again. He's in the room. I see him. Hey, DB.
Damon, you want to watch 6-man football with us? Okay.
We're going to recreate the Green Book, he said.
Who's your bone to pick player of the game?
That's Austin. Austin, thank you for filling in for the first hour. We'll be right back with more Hurrdat Sports Live right after this.
Are you feeling off, low energy, or asleep? At Next Gen Male Medical, we not only evaluate your testosterone, but overall health. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Together, we'll get you back on your game.
Part of that recruitment process is obviously going on official visits and doing some fun stuff when you go to Lincoln or other locations. But I saw this photo of you and Coach Wade in a really fancy, nice car inside of the Hawks facility. Whose idea was that? And how does that all come about?
So they have a photo shoot at like all official visits. We did one in Iowa, did one in Nebraska. And Nebraska, we went into their indoor facility and they had like a red Mustang. I'm not a car guy. I don't really know what it was. And then they had these sick flashing lights. And it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of a simple guy. I'll take pictures in the uniform with a white backdrop. But I thought it was pretty funny because Coach Wade was like, you want to get in the car and, drive with your cast? And I was like, he doesn't look like he's like this flashy guy, but he seems like an old country guy from Georgia, but he likes to have a little fun. So I thought it was really fun getting in the car with him, and it was a pretty fun, and I felt like a little iconic pick for me to look back on.
If losing weight is harder than you expected, it's not just about willpower. At Next Gen Male Medical Clinic, we build a supervised plan around your body, not someone else's. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Let's get you moving forward.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. It's actually DB this time, and not pretend DB like we had earlier.
How we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
I like that West Side. Shirt. That's nice.
Thank you.
The all black looks good.
I didn't think you wanted me to come in the ratty raggly red.
That's my favorite. That's your coaching hoodie.
Oh yeah, that one's.
That one just screams, I'm a ball coach.
That one's got some mileage. I rotate about 4, but that's probably the most famous one.
That's my favorite one that you have. That's the I'm a ball coach hoodie.
Even when you wash it, like the sleeves don't tighten up again. They just stay.
Oh yeah, I could tell. Like I've had hoodies like that. I used to work out in hoodies like that.
Yeah.
I could just tell, like, I know exactly what that hoodie feels like. Like I could, like, super thin.
Yep. And it's soft. It gets the because I use beads and the detergent, and it's the only thing that I wash solo.
Yeah.
Because
by itself.
Yeah, because I wear it so much and it gets the most work.
Sure.
It needs the most work.
Absolutely.
I have to be fresh. I have to smell fresh. So it gets washed, but it's the only time I probably waste water.
No, that's okay. I do. There's certain things that I wash special like that. You got to take good care of them.
Yeah, not a big water waster.
I had
although Zoe takes that to another level. Sometimes she just doesn't like to flush. Like, hey, that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't think she's preserving water. I think that she got to learn. You got to break that.
Yeah.
Let's bring in our guy, Brian Christopherson, Husker 24/7. BC, how we doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you guys?
Good. BC, you're not a water waster, are you?
Probably a little bit.
Yeah. Are you one of those guys that like leaves the sink running while you do some things in the kitchen?
Once in a while, I find myself doing that. I feel guilt about it. It's sort of like when you step on your dog's paw. There's like about a 5-second period of guilt, and then you move on. That's probably about it.
I'm trying to figure out what it is with one of my dogs where I think she's making a concerted effort to take my legs out. Like she does this thing where she kind of like rams into my ankles sometimes. Like she wants to walk ahead, but she really doesn't. She's not going anywhere. She's going where I'm going. She just insists on trying to knock my legs out from under me. I don't know.
Can I pick that dog?
I think it's a sign of love. I think it's just a dog wanting to see if you still have that running back balance from your youth. If you can keep your footing, keep on the move toward your ribs or whatever you're putting together, and it was like Frank probably used to beat on you, during the drills to try to get you to like this is what you're gonna take. You got to be ready for it.
She's 10 pounds 9 ounces. Frank was benching like 315, so it's a little different.
Still undersized, for a
like
fullback.
170 pounds, benching like 330. It was like, really?
Ravi was talking about the gear you got on. Do you ever wear the gray on gray sweats to practice to show everybody
like the 70s?
Not like Rick Kaczynski or something. Like it's business time now, boys.
He gave 2 cares. So the only monochromatic thing I do, BC, I will go black on black. I will go all black sometimes. Yesterday it was like 104, so I was trying to let the kids know it was all about toughness. And after they brought me back to life, I told them, don't do that. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you not see the DNR?
It's tattooed. They haven't seen it. It is deceptively hot, though. I was talking to some of the guys in Lincoln. They stagger their workouts
for only being like 90 degrees.
They go early. You get outside, boy. It's 101, 102 on that turf. Guys are really figuring out what it takes to maintain weight. Wouldn't that be a good problem to have, BC? You've got to keep your weight up.
Yeah, it would be for me. I was that way until about age 35, and then fell off a cliff with that, and now it is a daily struggle. I am envious of those guys, but it's good to hear that's the position they're in. I heard Caleb do his interview last night and said it's the hardest working off season he's had here. So yeah, it was good stuff from him too.
Yeah, it's interesting too because he's not going to blow smoke, right? And he likes to go to work, and I think this is definitely the most dialed I think they've had to be with, whether it's consequences, the responsibilities, the expectation level. I like how it starts in the weight room, right? If you can't get past those workouts or the weight room, you haven't earned the right to be out there on the field. So I like some of the subtle tweaks in terms of the rigor that are going to give them a chance to have some success. I think that's like 90% of it.
Yeah, I like the competition that's building too. As Caleb was talking, I'm thinking through, like, I know he's versatile and he can bounce around, but like just look at like the safeties or nickels or whatever. But even take the safeties. I mean, I can name off 4 or 5 guys that really interest me, Caleb being one of them. And so I know, like, we do things like most indispensable Huskers and, these lists and guys get ranked and stuff. But I think the key to this team is going to be, like, how good is your first 53, like that group, because I think they're all going to matter, whether they're the first guy up or the second guy. And I do think there's potential there, as I think through the roster. It looks all right to me on paper. We'll see what they can do, obviously, as you get into the grind of the fall. But I was thinking about that a little bit more as Caleb was going through listening to him last night.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think their superpower's got to kind of be strength in numbers. They can come at you with a lot of different personnel things. I think they have some good packages. I think they have some versatility. It's the key, if you don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none, is you have to really understand your role. So I think, to your point about 53, spot on, right? You might have first and second down guys. You might have like your coverage guys. You may be able to just kind of individual customize, personalize things. And also it'll be fascinating because I think you may have some guys that could play an integral role one week based on the matchup, and the next week it may not be for you. So like that part I think is going to be fascinating because they do have options.
Yeah, no question. And then I imagine that competition's pretty hot on special teams too, guys who want to be a part of that with what Brett and Nick are trying to do as they move forward post Eckler. And I know their ambitions are not to just hold serve, so to speak, but to take that to another level. So yeah, I went on vacation last week for the last time, and I popped back in on Saturday, and I'm like, let's go. Like I had that vibe to get to media days and camp. I think is August 5th, the first day, and I can feel it now. It's like you want to get into this roster more and more, and it's starting to feel real.
BC, you're talking about the safeties in the secondary and guys stepping up and liking a lot of the options, but not necessarily having specific answers at some of those spots. Is that the group you would single out as having sort of the most of that dynamic, or where else on the team do you look at and say, I mean, I'm sure we'll get to running backs here in a second. I would imagine that's in the conversation as well. But where do you look at it and you say, hey, like some of the pieces, don't feel like we know a lot. I have to see what happens here.
I always would probably bring up the defensive line first, and it's not said in a pessimistic way or a way that it's going to be what it was. I think they're getting strong teaching from Corey Brown and Roy Manning, and Rob Orch knows what he wants to do there. And there's certain pieces I think they even added through the portal to the D-line and edges that this staff, I think, sees how they can fit maybe better than some people on the outside do or would give credit to. Now that'll have to be proven, but like, everything I've heard about, let's just take like Anthony Jones as an edge defender. It's been nothing but good stuff whenever his name comes up from anybody. I know he got mentioned last night, but like all the coaches have just said, that's a guy who, hit the ground running, has brought maturity to that room. I think he's probably good for, Winery and Petchak as they try to take their games up. But to your question, Ravi, that's the position group where you can't say for sure exactly what they're going to be. Like, you're really fascinated to see what Riley Van Poppel does now. Like, with new coaching every day and a new scheme and some new tweaks that he's being asked to do. What does Jasir Whittington bring to the table? Like, he's gotten rave reviews throughout the spring. But he's at this point played about 300 snaps in his college career, something like that. So he hasn't played a ton. And then Owen Stoudemire has kind of gone through some injuries and dealt with some things. And so as I go through that group of guys, there's reason to be hopeful about it and think they can really take a step here. And there's also like a reason why, to your question, they might be the first group someone would bring up.
Yeah, it's fascinating because I don't want to run and be the great defender, but so I'll just say this on a couple things. I watched Stoudemire work out with Tyson Terry the other day with Uncle Aaron and really getting some good work in. I like his frame. I like Whittington's work ethic. I agree on Jones. We forgot about him because he was busy being a father during the spring game, and so we kind of his absence kind of flew under the radar with that defensive group during the spring game. And I'll say this. I think, and this is an open discussion. I think I'm not going to get into better or worse. I'll just talk fit. Coaching fit. If I was going to rank the biggest impact of guys on the roster versus the coaching fit, there's no greater disparity, in my opinion, than the defensive line. I would go defensive line. I would go defensive coordinator. Then I would go secondary. But secondary is also in with the defensive coordinator in terms of just philosophy, right? Where I think going from Yelk to the teaching of, and again, it's one NFL guy going to another from Butler to Yelk, but very different styles because Butler was so bright, like extremely bright. But if I'm just talking fit, how you could change the room, I think I would rank them in that order. Defensive line, just from commanding the room and fit, should be, I don't know how good, right? Because everybody's really, really skeptical. But I will say this, and I feel really, really, really good about saying it. It's a dramatically different room, even though there are a lot of the same guys.
No, that makes sense to me.
Fit matters. Tollefson and Brown, fit matters.
Well, I just think back to spring, and each coach took their turn at the podium, and it's only like a 10-minute deal, and you don't want to make too much of it. But I was really struck with Corey Brown and Roy Manning when they got up there. It felt so like technique. It was all like driven by that. We're just going to get to the nuts and bolts of this stuff every day. It's going to build habits. Guys are being asked to do some different things, but it should be As much as it could be a challenge, it's also an opportunity for someone like a Van Poppel to go finish some more plays that maybe didn't happen in previous years. And I always remind people too, it doesn't mean this is going to happen for this guy because it happened for another guy. But D-line is one of those spots where a player can, to at least the outside eyes, I think, seem like for 3 or 4 years he's sort of stuck in the mud, or he's kind of like, is he making it to the next street light? Is he making that move? And then you see it like sometimes in college football, where especially at that spot, like it's like that 4th year or so, it's just different. And case in point, and he always gets brought up, and I almost hate to, it seems lazy, but like Ty Robinson's the most recent example that everybody can relate to, because Ty did some good stuff early in his Husker career. There's no question he made some plays, but people forget that after like his 3rd, 4th year, even there was definitely the conversation like, he hasn't quite taken off like he's, like it was supposed to be as that 4-star guy and all that stuff. That was very common discussion with Ty. And he stayed with it, and we saw his best football at the latter end of his career, as So I think when I just take a Van Poppel, I don't want to for sure just close the book on like this is what we know about this guy. But then you add to it what you're saying about the disparity and maybe the difference in how a change in coaching can affect a certain guy. He's a guy I'm really intrigued about. And I know he's a really accountable kid that takes everything to heart. He was very hard on himself, even like after last season, like he wanted more out of it. And so I'm fascinated, not just with like Corey Brown does with him, but those other guys, Tollefson, all those guys who are working behind the scenes, I think are good for a player like that, who is definitely has the mindset that he wants to take the teaching and just get a little bit better each day.
I think we tend to forget, even we bring up Ty Robinson, and I was trying to find an example for you that wasn't that, because we go to that one a lot because it's pretty recent.
We do.
But we act like it wasn't until year 4 that Ndamukong Suh actually looked like a good football player.
I just watched the defensive line ranking of top 10 or top 5 defensive players in Nebraska history, and Suh wasn't in the top 5. And the guy's point was
he wasn't good till he was second half of junior year.
He didn't do it long enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a redshirt sophomore, I
couldn't. Well, BC, you remember, because I think you were just getting started. Like, weren't we getting ready to say bust?
Yes.
I don't know if it was bust, but those were my glory beat writer days. Yeah, so I know that era very well, and it is true. He did some stuff like his third. What he would have been like a 3rd-year sophomore.
Yeah, and they had to have there was a come to Jesus moment.
I have it right in front of me here, BC. As a redshirt sophomore, he had 1 sack, 6 tackles for loss, and 34 tackles.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
Fine, right?
And I mean, the comment section was killing the guy. He's like, because guys are like, oh, this is rage bait. He's trolling. He's like, guys, I'm just telling you, like, he just didn't do it.
You've had guys in Nebraska that were good for 3 or 4 years.
No, it would be hard to say he didn't have one of the greatest single season in the history of Nebraska defenders. I mean, DeMario Williams would be in that discussion. Levante David would be in that discussion. But I understand to your point. I'm not saying
I probably would have included him.
Not. He's got to be included. But I'm saying his criteria, to your point, was he didn't do it long.
No. And he's fair in bringing that out. Suh's junior year was pretty good, but I would say I remember this very well. It was the Gator Bowl where he was pretty dominant in that Gator Bowl against Clemson, and that changed the conversation dramatically, like about Suh. Like he pretty quickly decided he was going to come back for that next year. But it is true. Before that, like he was having a good season, but it was like that bowl game where it definitely was like, okay, it's going to take on something new now going forward. But that's the point of this. It does take time at that position sometimes, and that's why when people want to sometimes bury a certain guy, especially on the D line, like 3 years in, I'm like, well, that could be the case. That does happen with a lot of guys where they just sort of stay and they don't ever become that force they wanted to be, but there are definite examples throughout Husker football history and college football where it's about now when you see something different. And so that's something to at least just keep in the back of your mind as we head to fall camp.
Yeah, and I just the only reason I bring that up is arguably not on that guy's list, obviously, but arguably the greatest defensive lineman and one of the greatest defenders in Nebraska history. Took 4 years, or at least 3.5, before he really turned into the guy that we remember. I did want to stay on defensive line here for a second, because DB was talking about sort of mentality amongst the coaching staff versus the position group, and we talked about Corey Brown a lot, and I think for good reason. BC, do you like it when you got a guy that's like a little crazy involved with your defensive line? Because I think that's like Tollefson's a little off, right? Like, listen. So my mom used to go to church with him and his wife. So like I've met him,
and he's a good buddy.
And he seems,
you can say that,
he seems like a good, really, really good dude. I don't know him super well anymore, especially, but like I think Andrew Rogers and I interviewed him on the show at one point. Like, seems like a terrific dude. I don't have anything bad to say about him. He seems a little nuts, and I think I like that on my defensive line.
He would say the same.
Yeah, I'll say this first off. I don't know Dave really, so I don't know him personally, but I can just speak to the idea of someone who had to earn everything he got as sort of an under the radar guy and built himself up into a pro career is going to get everybody's attention just on that alone. It's just like somebody like that walks in and you're like, okay, here's someone who was in my shoes, and in fact, in some respects, was probably started lower on the ladder, like, and had to climb to where he is. And I think he's great for him. And I know that like during the bowl game prep, although that game didn't go how Nebraska wanted it to, and it was a sort of a tough challenge that was thrown in front of them, and they were, I think, trying to switch their defensive identity even like in process there. But I know that Tollefson was a huge hit with the guys, just like how in the weeds he could get, or like into the details, I should say, the toolbox of what it takes to be a D-line, and just the stuff that builds habits and all that.
BC, let me ask you about the addition of Tikey in the backfield. People will speculate what it means, what it doesn't mean. Charges against Mekhi Nelson were dropped. I probably know that situation better than most, so I won't ask you about necessarily the outcome as much as flyer, depth, style of running. He's coming off the injuries. He had been productive. What do you think about adding another piece? You think this kind of stems the discussion in the background of needing to add another running back piece for Nebraska?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I think it's a great get at this point. In mid-July, to add someone like that who still has 4 years of eligibility, who rushed for more than 7,000 yards in his high school career. And if you look at his situation at Penn State his freshman year, you could compare it to sort of what Mosey and Mekhi Nelson and those guys were, going through last year here in Lincoln, and the fact that Penn State, in their case, had two guys at the top, right, that were taking up all the carries, but it was all them. Like I went back and looked at our stories that our Penn State guys wrote about Hayes, and he was like right in the thick of that conversation for who's RB3 at Penn State as a true freshman. And if you think about that and the two guys that were in front of him, that's not a bad spot when you're like impressing in the spring and all that stuff, where the writers and the people around the program are thinking you could be, maybe a favorite or one of the favorites to be that guy next in line behind these two veterans. And so honestly, he kind of fits in. You never know how a guy's personality is going to mesh exactly with the room and how that works together. But as far as just like where he's at in his career, it kind of like blends perfectly with where the other guys are at.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Coach Barthel is a certain style. Coach Holgerson is a certain style. Coach Rule is definitely a certain style. I think that room is pretty connected. So I think that's the key, talent aside.
Yeah. I mean, and there's workers in that room. There's no doubt about it. There's guys, every one of them has said, Emmett, it's always been said with his storyline, and it's true. I don't know if I've met someone with more of a chip on his shoulder that just carried that like through his college career than Emmett Johnson and used it to his benefit. Some guys that can be something I think that waylays you, but in Emmett's case, it boosted him. There's no doubt about it. That was fuel. And I think the other guys have taken to that and have that sort of drive. And, if you want to go by recruiting rankings and stuff like that, feel like they were maybe not given their due in that respect. And so that's going to be the key for the newcomer here. Tyke is, having that sort of mindset, like, I have a chip on my shoulder too. Like I want to go in here and make my name and make these guys earn it. Even if I'm not the first guy up for a bit, I gotta show right off the bat that I'm going to work as hard as anybody, because I know the other guys are in that room. That's one thing EJ Barthel has. He's got hard workers. Now they've got to produce in the games and show the durability and all that stuff. And we get that. But there's no doubt he's got the starting base you want as far as just mindset.
BC, how much do you know about kind of the process of deciding to bring in? I mean, it's an odd time to bring in a running back, right? Like situation with Mekhi Nelson notwithstanding. Like, was it a situation where it's like, hey, we've got this guy that was a pretty prominent back coming out of high school. He's right in our backyard. We have an opportunity here. Or was it they were active? Do you know if they were just actively looking for a running back? How much do you know about that process?
I don't know for sure which one it was on that. I mean, it makes sense to me. Let's just take away what Mekhi Nelson situation. We'll see what happens there. And Damon was right to bring up where that stands. Like the charges were dropped, and we'll see what their decision is with him going forward. But even so, you've got a guy who, like I said, had a high school career of great accolades. And I think, like, he even got thrown into the bowl game against Clemson. Tikey Hayes did for Penn State. And did okay. Like, I mean, it wasn't a bad debut for him. It was limited, but he did all right. And I don't know, like I could see no matter what, you have this guy just down the road from you, and you kind of look at his situation, you do your due diligence. Everybody wanted that back to be added, not everybody, but guys know that discussion round and round in January. And so here you go. This was a pretty good ad on that front as far as a guy with potential. It's young, that's not proven, but I like everything about it to just boost that competition. And it was already a good one before that.
For the level of importance for this team in 2026, high, somewhere in the middle of the pack, do it on the field, like the level of the camaraderie within those rooms, right? The quarterback room, competitive, clearly tight-knit. The running back room is competitive, pretty tight-knit. The wide receiver room, extremely competitive, pretty tight-knit. O-line, you just go down the list. The defensive backs room, where I just get the sense you're only really capable of special things happening when you can be other-centered like that. You think that's over or understated with this team going into 2026?
Understated. You've got to have it. You've got to have, especially in this era, it's not just Nebraska, it's everywhere. You've got to have guys that you bring in from the portal or wherever, where it's like, okay, he's football. He's all about football. He wasn't just good at it in high school because he was a better athlete till he was 17 or 18 years old, and that's it. And he doesn't want to do the extra. He actually loves this game and wants to have that sort of drive. Caleb said it last night in his interview. Like we do the hard things every day. And I know you've said that before. This is a program where they do pride themselves on how hard they make it, and you've got to be a tough-minded guy to get through it all. And so I just don't think it's going to fly if you don't mesh, to your point that you're making with that question, with how you're blending the guys who are like in their second or third year in the program, and like your Anthony Jones, your Owen Chambliss. They got to be of that mindset. Like, I like the fact that at least, and we'll see where it goes in the games, but with Owen Chambliss, like, I know he was dealing with like a toe injury or something of that sort, and like he wanted to practice. I remember Matt Rule saying, even like with it, like that's a guy who's already probably got a certain role built within this team, and yet he wants to get out there. Anthony Jones, I think, was kind of like that to his new teammates. And so to me, that's a really big deal, how rooms merge together. And so that's what you're looking for in this running back situation, is a guy who's going to come in and want to be part of that type of thinking. We're in it as one sort of deal. And I do think on the surface, it seems like that's probably a strength of this team, that they've got a lot of that working for them in different position groups.
BC, as you mentioned earlier, you said you kind of took your last days off, your last vacation. What's it look like now as you start to prep for the season? Where are you looking first?
Well, I mean, we're finishing off our top 10 of the indispensable list, which is good exercise for me. It's not really just about the specific player we're writing about, but it's just thinking about the roster when you do those, like the depth and like what do you think is behind that guy. It's become harder to do, honestly, now in this era where guys are new to the program, so you don't know exactly what everyone brings to the table. Like, we have a lot of respect for Jasir Whittington on our list, for example, but you know, like I said earlier, he's played about 300 some snaps, and he's a pretty young guy as far as that goes. And so you do take some leaps of faith sometimes with that, but there's some of that going on. I'm really diving into like the opponent previews and getting to know, okay, what exactly do some of these rosters look like that Nebraska's playing? You know, now that the dust has settled, so to speak, this is who they are and what they're bringing to the table this season. Kind of what writers around those teams have said. We'll have a lot of that stuff. And so, yeah, I think this is the fun part. It's like, I understand why some people kind of put it in the distance. And we had some good distractions here too, with basketball and other sports, with baseball and softball doing well. That was great. But people are going to start to feel it here in the next week or so, I think, as we work toward media days. You get that itch to, like, you know, what amount of hope you want to place on the team, that's up to you. But I think it's worth having intrigue and an open mind about what this team, with a new quarterback, new O-line coach, new D coordinator, new D-line coaches, there's a lot of interesting stuff that we're about to hit.
That's our guy, Brian Christopherson, Husker 24/7. BC, appreciate the time as always. We will talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, B. Thanks, bud.
That is Brian Christopherson, Husker 24/7. Coming up next, we got Lauren Michelson from KETV filling in for our guy AK this week. He must be taking his
AK for Channel 7.
Is that his official theme song, or
no? I just make that up.
Oh, okay. I imagine AK is taking his last vacation, as BC just recently did.
It's getting close, man.
We're about that time.
We'll be leaving in
a couple weeks.
Couple days, yeah.
Couple weeks.
Days. I get them all confused. What is today's the 15th, right?
I don't even reckon. Yes, it's the 15th.
I got you. I'm better.
That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live. Everyone's talking about peptides. You are doing it right. At Next Gen Male Medical Clinic, peptide treatments are clinician guided, tailored to your goals, monitored for safety. Call today or visit nextgenmmc.com.
want to talk about your wife a little bit. Like, she's the head women's wrestling coach at Midland. How kind of neat is that, right? Like you're both coaches at the NAIA level and head coaches at that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty incredible. I mean, I'm not one to go and kind of like fact check, right. But I know the Flavins down at Life University, they're on the same staff and they run it together. But I don't know of any coaches separate, running the boys and the women, and they're together. So right. I think it's pretty incredible. Again, it sets an example of you can do this, and I don't know, like there's good days and bad days, but again, like it's something that you can do, and I don't know, it's nothing to be scared of. I guess.
You guys ever like rib each other a little bit, like I know more than you, or I taught that, see that move, I taught that, like is there any little like jabs?
Yeah, there's some competitive talks in there a little bit.
That's a way to say it, competitive talks.
Oh yeah. I think hindsight, we'd love to be on the same staff. I think that's our goal. Like at the end of the day, I mean, we can run the two programs like separate, but initially that was my plan when I did come to Midland. Circumstances just changed, and I took over the men's program, and here we are.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Lauren Michelson from KETV. Lauren, how are we doing this morning?
Good morning, you guys. I'm doing well. Happy to see both of your smiling faces this morning.
LM, what's up? Is this different than like a Saturday game day or a Sunday morning when you're like, dude, figure it out? Like, yeah. Is this different now that I'm a little bit more in my natural element?
You seem very happy and cheerful this morning. Not saying you're not on those Sunday mornings. I don't know if I'm happy on those Sunday mornings either.
I do like, so one of the things I like is you always give me about 3 or 4 options based on my positivity scale. She kind of words it her own way. It's like, hey, I've got like 3 or 4 things. It just depends. And I'm like, let's do this one. Like, so at least you know that I'm a little immature.
Yeah, well, you know what? One probably depends on how the day before went, how much travel went into it, how your NFL team's doing, and then some days I'm rolling out of bed because I got there at I was up till 1 a.m. the night before too. So it's just like a collective of exhaustion and 2 kind of bad moods, but we both hadn't probably seen each other in a couple of days.
Yeah,
so, I'm ready to run it back.
Did you guys have to do like a meet and greet? Like it seems like you swapped out a whole new crew at Channel 7.
Yeah, we have had some turnover lately. Pretty normal. Like you sign a 2-year contract or a 3-year contract.
Yeah.
Especially the 20-somethings. It's usually you start at a smaller market, work your way through a mid-sized market like Omaha, and then keep trying to roll through. So yeah, we've had some. The weekend crew looks a little bit different right now. Luke Vickery's gone from weather, and it's Maddie and I holding down the fort right now with our new meteorologist Ainsley. So yeah, some turnover, which is exciting, but it is going to look a little different, and that's okay. It's part of it now across college athletics too. It's just the same thing.
I'm not even going to kid you. This was probably about 3 weeks ago, and I'm in the kitchen, so my back is to one of the bigger TVs in the living room, and I heard Ainsley's voice, and she sounds just like Anna.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm like, is AB doing a segment? And I turned around, I was like, wait a minute.
She dabbles in weather.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny. Would you kind of agree? Like,
yeah,
sounds just
voice. They both have a deeper voice. I actually
that's crazy.
That's funny. Well, you have to tell her to tune into the new Weekend Met. Anna will take some of my yoga classes in the mornings. You guys, I have to let her know next time I see her. When are you?
I always feel bad interrupting those because that's either usually where you're coming from or going to on Sundays. And I was like, I think I screwed this whole thing up.
Yeah,
because I like to be done in the mornings.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just either waking up even earlier or staying and running out of there later. But you can make it up to me by getting yourself to a mat one of these Sunday mornings.
Oh, fine. Hey, you know who I need to send there is flipping Micah because that dude needs to learn. He needs some flexibility.
I really think like the best.
And maybe it'll help his temperament.
I was going to say, you
little...
want him to have more emotional flexibility.
Hey, the mindset shift that yoga can do works wonders. I actually think yoga is something all athletes should practice. So yeah, get them in the door. We're happy to have them.
I actually agree. I used to put together yoga programs when I was doing strength and conditioning for basketball. I made all my basketball players do it.
Yeah, I just think being flexible is part of it. So Lauren, did you get any gear last night at the Supernovas deal? Like,
I was not there. We had a news team there actually. So
that's a big deal.
It's pretty cool. Well, you look at like this, it's the off season right now for a lot of teams. And, for us, it's like, we're trying to find the stories and figure out how we're going to fill shows. And I applaud our two professional volleyball teams here in town because their marketing teams and their communications teams have been on it in terms of reaching out to us, scheduling interviews. Love Nebraska had their media day in a sense with their roster reveal on Monday. Supernovas had their whole deal last night with the gear sale and kind of like a fun fan fest situation. So they're keeping us busy, and there's a lot to talk about when you look at volleyball as a whole across the state right now, but just what those two teams are doing is very cool as well.
Lauren, I just want to give you a little piece of advice real quick in terms of dealing with DB. I know we were talking about that earlier.
Why?
The easiest thing to do is just bully him. Just bully.
She does end up taking control.
I skip the niceties. You just bully him. You can beat him into submission. It'll work. I promise.
I will remember that in a couple of weeks when I'm cranky because I'm missing yoga and have been up for multiple hours and Damon's late showing up at the studio.
Okay. 9.
Rarely late.
9:15. It's fine. I don't know.
Lauren, I know you said you're talking, it's off season. You're, kind of not struggling, but you got to find some content for the shows and everything. Like, what's the rest of your summer look like? It feels like we're getting into the home stretch of just the last little bit of summer before we're in this thing.
Yeah, hammering out a couple more stories. Yesterday, I had a long, lengthy sit down with Creighton's new head coach, Alan Huss, he is just awesome. Like hearing him, he reminds me a little bit of Mac. He's obviously got some Dana Altman in him, but he's definitely his own person. And hearing him speak about the roster and break down all of these guys is fascinating because, I kind of went through at least some of the 3 big transfers I wanted to touch on and then a couple returners. And he's so thoughtful with the way in which he describes, one, their style of play, what they bring to this team, but he's also very candid on like what these guys need to do and work on and what went wrong last year that he's really trying to hone in on during the second half of the summer right now. So did that yesterday. We'll be editing all of that today. It airs tomorrow. And then a couple just like fun shoots. We're doing like a Creighton soccer shoot today where they're going to have me kick some PKs. So I'm just praying I don't whiff it a million times, fall on my butt. That would be, I don't know. This is going to be an experience. That's today.
Are you left or right foot?
I'm right-footed. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Are you going to try like different PK styles? Are you going to do like
they're doing too much lately.
The stutter
it's
step and doing like the little going up to it. They're like, the hezzy.
Nothing cute. No one wants to see this. I haven't touched a soccer ball since I was a sophomore in high school, actually. but Coach Torres is going to stand next to me and he's just going to coach me up. And I mean, he's a genius when it comes to,
and he's super good natured.
You
know what I mean? Like, he's like a good dude. I got to get back to Huss though, because he's fascinating. Because you said something I think is spot on, where he's got a little Altman in him. You know, Altman had kind of that dry sense of humor, and he just kind of tell it to you, and you're like, ooh, that kind of hurts, but it's true. But then you watch like his teams at High Point and kind of how he wants them to play. Because what have we heard? A little more swagger, pretty confident, getting downhill, like not timid, like all the things that kind of held them back a little bit last year. It's fascinating to watch that fit with his kind of his straightforward, truth-telling kind of personality, right? Like, that's going to be interesting because High Point, those guys had freedom to play. Like, they got to kind of do their thing, and I think that's what he wants these guys to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll start with I had met him a few times, but never in just like a one-on-one situation. So we're just kind of small talking while our cameras were being mic'd up and everything with us. And he's like, where are you from? And I made a cardinal sin in terms of where he's from. And I said, I was from Kansas City. I'm from Overland Park, Kansas. Coach Huss is from Kansas City. And he let me hear it right away. And I'm like, oh, this is never going to make. So around him, yeah, I am from the Overland Park, Kansas, and nothing else. And he's like, I'm from right by the airport. I'm from Kansas City. So straight face, so serious, but like, it's very him. And yeah, you said it, DB. Like he was not happy. Mac was not happy with the lackluster of competitive fire in the team last year. And you see these guys practicing right now, and Huss is on them. He's pausing practice and asking for more. And you know what's cool is like you can already tell a difference, especially in a guy like Jason Green. Like, you talk about swagger.
He's got to feel so empowered.
Oh my gosh, he's like he's like a new person. Like, he spoke in front of the media last week, and I'm like, you are more confident, you have more swagger, and you just kind of have this, like, for lack of a better word, aura about you right now that is different and feels different. So I'm really excited to see what the first year under Huss looks like.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I keep thinking about, is I think everyone forgets that Jackson McAndrew didn't play last year.
Yep.
And that very well
his progress is
very well
pivotal.
Might have been their best player last year, probably need him to be their best player this year. He's one of the most talented for sure. And I think that's the thing I just keep coming back to. I'm like thinking about all the newcomers. I was like, Jackson McAndrew kind of falls in that category. Didn't play the last year under Mac, gets a new head coach, gets kind of a new lease on life in terms of his career after missing last year. Like, I think there's like, that's sort of the big elephant in the room for me with Creighton is like, there's this guy that very well could be the best player on your team that just wasn't there last year.
Yeah, well, I asked Huss about that, and he said, seriously, the best thing that could have happened to Jackson last year, as disappointing as that was having a long while to take a step back from the game and almost see it from a coach's perspective and take himself out. You know, you really get a different glimpse when you're forced to slow down. And we kind of saw that, switching gears for a second, but like Jordan Larson just told me on Monday, like, everyone's kind of, why'd she say she was going to retire? And then now she's back. And, she took a pause from the game. She stepped away and learned more about her body and her mind and what it takes to recover at almost 40 years old. Well, Jackson saw that from a different glimpse too. Like, he got to slow down for a little bit and really see the game through a different lens. And sometimes that can really be the best thing for an athlete, whether you're towards the end of your career or just getting started in the middle of it.
Let me ask you something. I was talking to Ravi about and CHRISTOPHERSON about varying degrees of just new coaches, right? Because we kind of fall into this, well, we look at these position groups and we try to base it on last year. I try to look at the position groups and base it on like a new voice or a new coaching perspective. So I'll give you three groups and you think which one will see the greatest variance in. I'll give you Corey Brown with the D-line, Orich with the defense in its totality, or Yelk with the guys on the back end. Who do you think we see the most? Because a lot of the same guys, but much different styles between the three.
I if you're asking like where we're going to see the most growth and change, like I really think they needed someone to come in and really overhaul this defensive line. And I'm really excited for the experience and the size Nebraska has in their defensive line room, but also like what experience Brown brings.
Yeah.
And there seems to be just a different kind of mindset in that room right now of like an understanding. Whereas last year, it felt like there was still some uncertainty around the roles, what like the coaching style was like, what the expectations were. And honestly, like I do think that spreads throughout the whole defense right now. It's like it feels like things are a lot more settled. Obviously, DB, you can speak way more on this than I can, but I'm really excited to get out to fall camp because it feels like a lot of what we hear right now is like, what are the mindset like around the team? What's like, what are people talking about on the inside? And it seems like things feel a lot more steady and a lot less focused on outside noise. And it seems like despite how tough the schedule is and all these things and everyone has opinions, like internally things are trending the right way right now, especially on the defensive side.
How much we're talking about sort of mentality and stuff. And I think a lot of people get a little, especially around here, they get a little jaded about talking about, well, you get the same guys and just talking about how much that mentality change actually can make a difference. Like when you're looking at it and you're saying, hey, we've got a lot of the same cast of characters, you got a few new pieces here and there. How much do you believe in just the change of the voice and the change of the attitude or mentality of a room with the same players changing outcomes?
Yeah, I think sometimes all you need is one person to spark the difference. Like when it comes to the day-to-day grind of college football, especially when you are a team that has, I mean, you can say every team across the college football landscape is under a microscope, but no one can argue that Nebraska football is under an even bigger one because of the history and the legacy, right? So having a fresh voice can be a really good thing. It can also not be a good thing. But I think in this sense, this season, Matt Rule's been here now. He knows what's going on. Your head man knows how to feed that to his coaches. And I think this year they needed something new. And I think they needed something new on defense for sure. And I think the experience with Orich and what he brings and just kind of also that like freedom, that swagger is going to be a really good thing. So I'm excited. It's hard to know for sure, but I think in the terms of this season, Nebraska needed some new voices and it's going to trickle down hopefully in a positive way.
Fantastic.
That's Lauren Michelson, KETV Channel 7 here in Omaha. Lauren, appreciate the time. Great stuff. And we will talk to you soon.
Oh, wait, I got one more. One more little one, LM, just because I have a hard time staying on topic. Did you watch any of the All-Star game?
I have a sad relationship with baseball right now, Damon. I am a Royals fan.
You got to see Witt and some key at bat, though.
It was great. It's fine. Like the pitching across the board was great. Like Cags on Home Run Derby was fun. It doesn't matter because the Royals are the worst team in baseball. I'm sorry.
I have a sad relationship with baseball. I just wondered because I know you like to kind of get things going, and I was like, at what point are we losing the audience when we're not playing any baseball? Like I'm as big a Ray Charles fan as there is, and I'm like, okay, you guys, there was this break, then there was this break, then there was this break. And I'm like, they're rolling. Baseball was rolling the dice.
Yeah.
I think with staying connected.
I agree. But I mean, it's fine. I don't really know what to say because I'm really bitter about it right now.
Okay. So at least you're happy that your Chiefs may be like one of the comeback teams of the year, though.
I really hope so. I was just having this conversation. I'm kind of just trying to shut my mouth right now and keep my fandom at bay because I'm a sad Royals fan. You know what? The Chiefs, it can't be worse than it was last year. So I'm going to just believe that. I think Mahomes is truly healthier right now and is going to be fine once the season begins. There's things I'm excited about. Hey, I'm excited just about the future. I love seeing Emmett Johnson's like working their social media. Like their Chiefs marketing and social team knows Nebraska fans are going to engage with everything with that guy. And he is all over their social media. And how cool is that? So maybe we take a pause there and think of the future a little bit, because I am quite nervous.
And you're going to be, you should be really good defensively.
I think defensively it's going to be great. I worry about the receiving core. I think the offensive line is actually in a good spot too. Excited for Walker, worried about Travis Kelce, but I think Mahomes is pissed off and excited to be out there and get back to work. So I think a mad Mahomes is a great Mahomes, and I'm ready to see them go.
Oh, how about a level-headed Chiefs fan? How
There
about
you
that?
go. I haven't met a lot of them. That's interesting.
That's good. I watched Chiefs games with Ben McLaughlin, so I don't know anything about the whole level-headed thing. That guy stays fired up.
Well, it's different when you're in front of the TV watching everything unfold.
That's the other Lauren, right?
Not many people see that. That's okay. That's a good thing.
Maybe that's why she was in a bad mood with you Sunday mornings. She just knew it wasn't going to go well last year.
Pretty much, like perpetually.
All right, Lauren, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
That's Lauren Michelson from KETV. Let's take a quick break here. We will jump back in. You said you had some hoops hot takes you wanted to get to.
Yeah, but I'm kind of stuck on this whole, it bugs me. And maybe this is just from experience, but I can't blame fans for not knowing what they don't know. But I think it's very, very, very undersold what new voices and new leadership do for some of the same people.
That's why I asked the question.
It's very undersold.
That's why I asked the question.
I mean, just clarity.
Yeah.
Like if I ask a guy and I say, hey, such and such, wow, moving around well, like you seem active, what's going on? And they say, hey, I've known more in this 4 weeks than I knew in 4 months. I mean, I have to take that into account on when I'm going to gauge you the next time I watch you. You know what I mean? Like
I do.
Sometimes just knowing it's G.I. Joe, right? What is it, Shane? Knowing, well, you don't know, but you do know G.I. Joe.
Knowing is half the battle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Knowing is half the battle.
I mean, you don't have to tell me things look a lot different when people actually know what they're supposed to do. I mean, it's a game changer. And, we don't have to get into specifics here, but there's some guys in high school this year that I think that's going to apply to as well.
Oh,
that I'm really interested to see.
Oh, I see.
You know where I'm at.
I see.
You know where I'm at. So we'll I'm sure we'll talk about that at some point as well. But let's take a quick break here. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla, more Hurrdat Sports Live coming up next.
Feeling tired? Foggy? Just off? At NextGen Male Medical Clinic, we offer hormone evaluations, peptides, supervised weight management for men and women. Most insurance accepted. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com.
Yes, there's all the fun references. Gates, Arthur Bryant's, certainly in this coming episode, the Plaza, being here at the current, their stadium. That
Negro Leagues Museum.
The Negro League Museum. All those little touchstones are there, but there has been from the get-go, I think, a spirit of openness and enthusiasm, and certainly chattiness with my character that feels unique to the places we had the opportunity to grow up, and the circle of people we got to grow up around. And I'd like to think that they feel that we from Kansas City feel well represented by the characters, and by the characters that are from Kansas City, the characters that you met in Kansas, like Coach Beard, and Ted's kid and Ted's ex-wife, and there's a congeniality there that can sometimes be confused, even though it's kind and open as being innocent and maybe even naive, and yet I've found that to not always be the case. And I hope folks from back home here, recognize that too, and kind of, that's I think one of the other inside jokes, along with the references and stuff.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. How we doing, DB? We don't really get to have our pleasantries like we did normally.
I'm good, man.
We jumped right into BC. Just
trying to juggle.
How's the football camp going?
It's good.
Yeah,
it's really good. We reminded ourselves yesterday and this morning that prep is our opener.
Yeah, you got to remember that. Week one. So it was good. Coach Manji's daughter is getting married this week. Oh, very cool.
On Saturday.
Congratulations.
Oh, absolutely. So I may need a little advice. I asked him and he's like, don't ask me any more questions. Now you're making me nervous. And I was like,
all right.
Okay. But that's just how he talks,
yeah.
Right? So the wedding is at 2:00, but the reception isn't until 6:00.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, right? I'm going to take pictures and stuff, but the attendees aren't.
Yeah.
Right? What do I do? Do I go home and do I change, or I'm certain I know what a lot of people will do. They will find an establishment until
they're just going to go out and drink.
Yeah, that's not it.
I understand that's probably not what you're going to do. You're probably not going to be out in public for 3 hours, just out in the open.
No.
Seltzer's at my house.
You're not close enough for your schedule, though, are you, Neutron?
Oh, no, not yet. And the wedding you're going to, UNK football legend Shane Henderson.
At Small World. But he's 100% correct.
Yeah.
That dude rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. Coach Manji loves him. I said, you better.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
Fast and violent hands, by the way. He's a defensive lineman.
Yeah, I understand. Never mind.
A dude can't talk football on a sports show.
I needed some context.
I was gonna say that's probably not like first on my list when I'm talking about like potential like spouses. Yeah.
Right. It's timing.
Fast and violent hands might not be pretty. It's the opposite of what I'm looking for.
Why?
Yes. Maybe I'll
protect her.
But no, it's good. We'll go. We've got one more good day tomorrow, and then they'll be off.
I assume they're different locations, the reception and the
Correct.
wedding. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of people are doing that now, where they split them up a little bit. 4 hours is pretty aggressive, though.
You think?
Yeah. Usually it's like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Is in my experience. It's like you have a couple hours to do pictures, because 4 hours is a lot of time to fill if you're a guest.
What is the wedding party doing for those 4 hours? You said pictures. You're not taking pictures for 4 hours.
They're probably doing like a party bus or so in my experience, when I've been in wedding parties, that it's been a big gap. You're like either on a party bus, you do like a little mini bar crawl or something like that. You do pictures and then you do that. So that would be my guess.
Yeah, we did that, but it was 2 hours. 4 hours is...
That's what I'm saying. 4 hours is aggressive.
That's a lot.
But you figure, okay, say the hour for the ceremony. Are they Catholic?
Correct.
So it might be like a 90-minute ceremony if they're doing the full liturgy.
Oh.
Okay.
This is news to DB right now.
And DB just figured something out.
So the full Catholic wedding at 90 minutes might be a little high, but it's usually between an hour and a half on a full, if you're doing the full Catholic mass, which some people do, some people don't.
I mean, it's Italian through and through.
So it's probably the full Catholic mass, if I had to guess. So that gets you to like 3:30. Figure another hour and a half for the pictures. That gets you to 5. If they want to do anything else, that's the hour. But it is a really long time for guests. Personally, my move would probably be just show up for the reception. I know you probably don't have that option since it's Lamanji. But for me, if I'm just a normal ass guest there, I'm probably going to be like, hey,
can I just be a normal ass guest? He'd look at me like,
I don't think that's a ridiculous request.
I mean, for real.
Do you know the guy?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't, but I do.
No, he said that. Yeah, he's not right. He's different.
My move, if I wasn't in your shoes with that timeline, would be just go to the reception.
Yeah, that's not an option.
But yeah, that's gonna be tough for you. Honestly, you probably just go home.
Yeah, he yesterday I knew it was something. We started over in the weight room. He turned the music off and we started over. And then today during Inside Run, we had to go over what we think Prep's going to do up front again. And we started the whole drill over again. And it's like, listen, man, we're in half rack. Just a couple of eyes. We're just like,
you got to stay on it.
It's what it is. But we chalked it up to the wedding. You just gotta hop on board, man. It's like
you gotta ride it out. It'll be all right.
Yeah, you guys just gotta ride it out.
4 hours isn't it? 4 hours.
This is why we don't wear blue. And I just
4 hours is an aggressive gap. Yeah. Austin and I were trying to figure out our.
But otherwise, I'm hanging in there.
We were game planning kind of what games we want to go to this fall for high school.
Yeah.
Because obviously I want to be at a lot of Millard North games. I want to be at a lot of West Side games, but we're also trying to figure out he's going to take me to 6 and 8 man football.
Can we talk about TJ here real quick?
What do you say here?
Because this is a thing. This is kind of what I'm worried about. It's 100 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah.
So what's proper?
The protocol is you stay in.
Because he said every single wedding I've been to or been in, people get angry because I refuse to stay in my ceremony attire. I always bring, now I don't have the stones to bring shorts and tennis shoes. That's pretty ballsy. Or if it's cold, I wear a quarter zip. That's tough.
I think you should stay in your wedding attire, in your ceremony attire.
Okay.
The only time I can
go home and start over again.
Yes, absolutely. You've got enough time. You could just redo the whole thing.
Yeah, I can start over.
The only time I've done anything different is there's been specific weddings I've been in that they say, hey,
that was my question, TJ. I'm glad,
bring basketball shoes for the reception.
And I know a lot of times the women do. That's fine. It's sore. Yeah, that's fine. But the only time I've ever changed at all is sometimes like weddings I've been in, they're like, hey, we're all going to wear Jordans to the reception, but we're going to stay in our tuxes or whatever. Yeah.
That's the only changing I've ever done. I think protocol is you stay in if you showed up in like your coaching gear to the reception.
That's what Coach Amanji would want to do.
That's what he want to do. But if you do it, he's not, he might break you in half.
Amy might touch him up.
I don't think I would have cared, but I would have looked at you I wouldn't have said anything. I would have looked at you sideways though.
Oh, my
really?
wife
If you were in the
Natasha to kick you out.
Really?
Like if you showed up,
okay.
Like if you had you went to the ceremony, you had everything on, and then you showed up to the reception and you were in shorts and a polo, we would have been like, what is this?
Natasha would have kicked you out. Like
it's weird.
We also didn't have a gap. So like we got married at a place that had 2 ballrooms. So the ceremony was
and I
in one.
certainly wouldn't have been in shorts. I'd have polo and slacks, but you just keep it.
Yeah, just keep it. But like, so we did ceremony in one, dinner in the other, and then they got the ceremony room ready for the reception. And
it's not hey, that thing banged my knees twice.
Oh yeah, the little kneel pad thing.
I was like, why is this here?
Yeah, I kind of just go with I'm not Catholic. I'm not using that.
So how about Mac? We were at a funeral together recently, and Mac was sitting right next to me, and he was just like a coach. He was coaching me.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, it's this, and this. No, I mean, it's okay. Or it's this, and this. It's okay." Like, because I was like, I thought it was a footrest too.
Like the first time I had no idea what was going on. The first time I went to a Catholic church.
Yeah, I was thankful for that. Anyway, all right,
Corn Raider, what are you talking about?
What did he say?
He said, "Ignore Ravi. He's wrong. You stay in attire until photos are done."
No, that's what Ravi's encouraging.
I think he's saying
attire. He's saying like until you're.
Oh, until
like the wedding photos are done, but you're not in it, right?
No,
so that doesn't even apply.
No,
I'm saying you stay in attire the entire time.
You're
there, like whatever you wear to the wedding, wear to the reception.
I just was
unless they explicitly tell you. Like I've been to like an active reception where it was like at a park or something. We were playing games and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, bring a change of clothes."
Yeah, I just was like, "Hey, it was slacks and a polo." I wouldn't wear a polo; it'd be a dress shirt, but
yeah.
Like, so just stay in the
I think, yeah.
Look, if you want to wear shorts and a polo,
I'm not. Shorts was never on the table.
That's not it was. No, I'm just saying for TJ, if you want to wear shorts and a polo to the reception, just wear it to the wedding. If you're going to do it, just wear it.
Just full send.
So
just do it.
Would it have bothered Rach, or was it would have been you, or both?
I think it might have. It would have bothered me for sure. I think it might have bothered her.
What are you doing?
It might have bothered me
like,
more than it bothered Natasha, but she would have been the one that kicked you out. I probably just would have said some stuff under my breath.
I believe that too, because it took a good 3 minutes to get a smile at Paisan.
There was a lot of people there for her.
Is that what it was?
I think so, yeah.
And I tried to stay close so she was comfortable.
I think she's a little emotional too.
Yeah,
because I mean,
shit, I get it.
I mean, yeah, of course you do. But I think it was, like I said, it was the first time.
I got fire burger patty recipes.
Yeah,
I experiment all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a huge burger guy.
I'm not either. And people get really mad at me about that. Because I
always doctor it up.
I had the famous "I'd rather have a hot dog than a burger" on.
Now that's ludicrous, but
no, it's not, because people will mess up a burger.
A plain ass dry hot dog, by the way.
Not dry, just
how's a hot dog dry? What do you mean dry?
That's what he said. He said yesterday he would eat hot dogs by themselves, no bun, no condiments, nothing.
Plain. I like plain hot dogs. I don't want dry hot dogs. I don't even know how you.
That's
would
dry.
make a dog dry.
That's dry, dog. Just hot dog into the bun, nothing on it. That's dry.
Plain and dry are not the same thing.
Even if it's raw, it's not going to be dry.
I mean, like a plain steak and a raw steak and a dry steak are not the same thing.
Correct.
Right. So stop interchanging those words. They're not the same. Just because
don't you guys love his delivery? The condescending Ravi is my favorite Ravi.
Just because I'm not going to put A1 sauce on my steak doesn't mean it's all of a sudden a dry steak.
That's totally different.
Just means it's the same thing.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care about your diabetes.
I did poke my finger with one of the needles before you got here.
It's cold-blooded. At least you know where you stand.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
At least you know where you stand.
I'm going to be standing right between him and Katie on their wedding day. I'm the officiant.
Yeah, that's tough. That's who says that?
I'm ordained, baby. Let's go.
That is.
Well, Ravi also wasn't accepting our caring nature for his health at the time.
It wasn't that I wasn't accepting. I was just saying like, hey, I'll figure it out. It'll be okay.
We're just like, hey, you good? He goes, guys, I'm fine. I've been doing this for 32 years.
Not how I said it.
He's like, don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves.
It just felt ridiculous. Like it was dragging on for a little bit. I was like, hey, I've been doing this for 32 years. I'll be fine.
He's digging through his bag looking for needles.
I'm kind of going to ride with Rico on your delivery. I mean, knowing what I know. I'm probably going to ride with Rico's version.
No, so here's what Austin goes, hey, you going to be okay? And I go, he goes, does somebody need to go to your house and get you something? And I go, no, I'll make it. I should be good till the end of the show. And he goes, I don't love that timeline. And I go, I've been doing this for 32 years. I'll be okay. That was the tone? I think so, but
you need to understand that we're like going into a break and Ravi just goes, uh-oh.
Help me. That's accurate. Help me.
What was the number?
It wasn't the number. I was running out of insulin and I didn't remember if I had packed extra in my bag.
It's a lot going on.
It is a lot going on. And I poked myself. It kind of hurt.
Hey, can I ask, hey, Suave, you guys just came off a title and I'm not sure you're a real basketball fan, but
Lee, I don't like condoms on my hot dogs either, but that's fine. He goes, Ravi doesn't like condoms on his hot dogs. And he goes, oh, I mean condiments. I was like, I'll pass on both. On a hot dog, not eating that.
Dude, Lee is naughty. He's in the naughty category.
Yeah.
Where do you take championship aside out of it? Yep. For a second, because you guys suck for a long time.
That's true.
Where do you rank summer ball in level of importance?
It's not.
It becomes more important the worse you are.
It's important for like the young players to play and for you to get eyes on them. But in terms of like the outcomes and like, oh, he scored 52 points in a summer league game, I don't care.
What about you?
I mean, 52 would be an astonishing number.
Number aside.
I think the worse you are, the more important it is to you, because there's like if you're in the Knicks situation, for instance, or even in the Spurs situation, none of their good players are playing in summer league, and no one that they drafted is probably going to make a huge impact on their team next year. So summer league is not a big deal. If you're the Chicago Bulls and you've been struggling for a little bit, you got Caleb Wilson, you want to see what's going on here, or the Wizards are a good example, right?
Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, pick a team. Pick a team that had a high draft pick that's been bad for a minute.
Do you care about what's happening with Yaxel?
I do, yeah.
He'll play.
Yeah, he looks better, because here's what nobody wants to admit. This is a higher talent level than they played in college, right? We try and dismiss summer league like it is less important than what we saw in November through March. It's not. It's another. This is the thing. This is why I got crazy about the Darren Peterson thing, where it's just like, he just had a bad time at Kansas. That's the highest level of basketball he had ever played, and he had a bad time. That's not a great sign for me. I'm not saying it means he won't ever be good. I'm saying our most recent and best data point is worse than the thing that you're basing your decisions off of. That to me is a concern. But it goes the same way with summer league. If a guy is good in summer league, it doesn't mean he's going to be awesome in the NBA, but it is our newest and best data point to what their skill level is compared to closer to NBA level players.
So if a guy's good in summer league, it means less to his NBA career than if a guy's bad in summer league. We just think he's going to be a bad player.
If a guy's bad,
typically that's how we talk.
If the guy's bad in summer league, I think he's probably just bad, right? Guys, there's been way more guys to me that have been good in summer league that end up being average or role players or whatever. Doug McDermott's a great example of this. He played two or three summer leagues, was awesome. He was a role player in the NBA, right? Like his summer league success never translated directly to NBA success, but he hung on in the league, is still hanging on in the league. He was last year at least. And he was a role player, scored over double digits a couple times in his career. But he was never going to be a 20, 25 point a game scorer like he was in the summer league. There's way more of those guys than there are guys that were bad in summer league that all of a sudden are good.
So back to its level of importance, because all of that I understand.
I think it matters. I do think it matters. Like it's the same. I take it the same way I took summer league back here in Omaha. I can tell you if a guy's bad or not. And I can tell you if a guy has a shot or not.
Let me give you one.
Yeah.
Acuff.
I haven't seen a ton of Acuff, if I'm being honest with you. I've mostly been watching DeBonza.
I'm high on him, and it's not been good.
I've been watching DeBonza, Wilson, Yaxel, and Peterson.
Mara's been bad, although I think he'll
I was
be good.
out on Mara before.
Although I think he could be good defensively.
I was not a. Then there's also certain game styles.
Swain has been bad.
Swain is the one that maybe concerns me the most. If I'm based on how people kind of talked about him coming out of the draft versus what he's looked like in summer league, like he might not be able to play at all.
So did you watch any of Wagler last night? Because that was the first time he'd actually been decent.
No, I was watching the All-Star game last night. I didn't see any of Wagler.
The All-Star game drove me crazy.
I just every time I looked up, somebody else was singing, and I was like, "Are we gonna? What's happening?" There was a lot. There was a lot of performances.
Again, I'd love Ray Charles, but what were we doing?
I don't know. Literally, it felt like every time I looked up, there were
like I get the
Vegas Summer League is fun.
Dude, Summer League's great.
I've been once.
Yeah, no, I agree, Cope.
Cam Carr, cars look good.
I agree.
That's the guy I put in the has a shot category.
I agree.
Right? Swain's quickly moving to like, I don't know about this.
What about Rink Mast?
Rink Mast is a guy.
I mean, dude could be MVP.
Rink Mast
he looks really good.
So he's all of a sudden a guy.
This dude is just like dicing up summer league.
Now, part of it's like a age maturity thing. Those guys do tend to do better, which is why I'm a little more hesitant on Yaxel than some people are. It's like there's an age, like when you're just older than everybody else, that helps. But again, this is a good data point for both Yaxel, for Rink. Like I think he's got a shot to make a roster.
Yeah, and
certainly a G League roster. Like he could be on a 2-way.
And he's so savvy.
Yes. Like that's a guy that somebody
like he's just really savvy.
Like a good team is going to look at Rink Mast and be like, I could get 8 minutes out of him.
Yeah.
Or hey, there's going to be a night where my star isn't like is on management or like a game load management or whatever. And yeah, I could get 18 minutes out of Rink Mast for a night. Like that's what he looks like to me, is a guy that you're like, hey, good teams will value what he brings to the table.
Mm. Can somebody help me? How did we explain the kids on the bike and riding onto the field? Was that part of just the pastime last night for the All-Star game?
Understand what was happening at all.
What? No, it hasn't been online. I had to leave early. Like, did somebody break that down for me?
I have no idea what happened there. I think they were doing it. So this is what I thought.
And what happened to? I get they kicked Oh Boy out of Boys to Men, but why are they so bad? Like they butchered a heck of a philosophy, like the I Stand For and Jimmy V's today, and
wasn't good.
My guy was having like a one-man dance party.
So I think, and Scott just brought it up on the bikes. So I think it was a Sandlot thing.
Okay, that's okay. I get it.
So because I saw the
jerseys and so that's what I thought.
That was the only thing that's the only thing I thought it had.
So but Scott, so why did we do the whole autographs, taking the pictures? Like
I don't know about that one.
The stand and talk stuff. Because the players were doing the sparklers, and I was like, well, that kind of fits. I understand. Yeah. They just ad-libbed the rest.
They must have. I liked the fireworks. That was the callback to the Sandlot that I appreciated. Because it kind of gave me those vibes. And I love that movie, but the rest of it, I was like, I don't really know what we're doing here.
If they're doing a callback to the Sandlot, did they give the kids chew? Put them on a roller coaster?
Just need a big dog.
I would say, where was the Mastiff? That's what I need. Yeah. Like, forget the bikes. Give me the dog. So I'm talking about
the beast.
At the end, but Scott, that's not what people remember.
I would say I mean, I know that you had the autograph thing with James Earl Jones and whatever, but like I don't care about that on the.
That's not the part that like
I get the baseball.
It was very loose.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just not creative. Smart might be smarter than me. Like
Kenny, I think you mean high floor on Rink Mast. High floor, low ceiling. I think is what you mean. I think you switched it.
I didn't. So T-Mac, I just figured they were staying. He said, "What about the random God Bless America rendition close to the end of the game?" I just figured they were staying with the Blessing America thing.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
I tried not to overthink it.
It's all right, Kenny. I was just trying to make sure everybody understood what you meant.
Okay.
I think he's a guy that you look at and have a high floor on. No, the All-Star game was fine. I mean, there's a lot of interruptions, and I used to really love the All-Star game.
How about Schneider and Roberts just talking like through 2 innings? I thought the All-Star game or the Home Run Derby was bad.
Oh, just with talking to everybody?
Dude,
I kind of liked it when they're talking to Dylan Cease early, though. Like, I like it when they're talking to the pitchers.
Did you, after you finally found where the Home Run Derby was?
I knew where it was because every time I put out Netflix, it was like Home Run Derby.
They talked through the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, you missed my Home Run Derby hot take yesterday.
Oh, what was that?
Steroids are back, baby.
For whom?
Did you see the forearms on Jordan Walker?
He is a big guy, though.
That's fine. Did you see where his forearm connected to his upper arm?
I see now. I'm worried because that's the one thing I like on my body.
No, it's not these. It's not this part. It's this part.
Yeah,
that's really hard to develop, and it connected about halfway up his bicep.
Do you know what it might be?
The steroids.
You're so loose with that.
Listen. I'm not even saying he's cheating. It might be stuff that they haven't outlawed yet, which is fine. I don't care.
Ravi wants him to be on steroids.
Yeah, I'm pro steroids in baseball. I want.
He's not mad at it.
I want 550-foot home runs. I want 120 exit velos. I am pro steroids in baseball. I'm happy for him if he has found a loophole to exploit. Maybe he went to Next Gen. He's like, I need some of them peptides that my boys are on.
So you want every ball hit over the green wall?
I want
in the Home Run Derby.
I want every Home Run Derby to feel like 98 in Fenway. That was electric.
There's no way.
Come on, man.
There's no way.
I'm gonna find a still shot of this dude's forearms because also you see how casually he was swinging and that thing's going out 450.
I love look how effortless this swing is, and I was like, you got a point there.
I'm just saying there are two things that like red flag me in terms of just the swings themselves.
But it's not like they put on this ridiculous display.
I mean. It's individually, you're looking at some of those things and I'm going, it's a little something going on there.
I don't know.
I'm happy for it. I'm glad they found loopholes.
Bryce Harper looked like he was on orange juice. Like might not be everybody.
Oh, I don't think it's everybody. I think Jordan Walker found a way around. I'm just saying you have a lot of
always hating on the brothers, man.
Who's hating? I'm pro.
Now you could have picked like Diaz. You look at Diaz build.
Oh, Diaz. Listen, there's who's the
at
other?
Least Jordan Walker's built like
who's old boy from oh God, I can't remember his name, from Tampa Bay. It starts with A. He's
Rosarena?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's put together. He's a Mariner though.
Oh, he wasn't.
He was. Yeah, you threw me for a second.
Sorry,
he's a Mariner.
I just remember the first time seeing that, and I was like, that looks different.
he wears those super tight babies too.
Yeah, Randy Rose. Let's look at a Rosarena real quick. See what we got here.
His waist looks like about a 30.
Yeah, and then it goes from like a 30 to like a 54. Like my man's he's like, look at this guy.
Oh, he's diesel.
We're gonna bring up Jordan Walker though. I'm gonna see if we can find the forearms.
He had such a good interview.
No, listen. I'm a fan. I'm in. I like Jordan Walker. I also think that when you're extend on the bat like this, and you have a very casual home run swing that goes 460 feet somehow,
yeah,
and then you're like this, and this part of your forearm connects to this part of your bicep, that's not normal.
I mean, his winning swing, he like went down to a knee, and any other person that's like that's not getting to the warning track, and that was like over the big wall and like 7 rows deep.
So it's the super casual swings, and then this was the dead giveaway during the steroid era. Is guys would get jammed, and then it would just be like dinger, and you're like, wait, what? Like, what happened?
It's probably more the balls than their strength.
Sure. I'm sure the baseball made his forearm look like that too.
The steroids also have an impact on the balls.
I'm using a very general term for performance enhancers. It might be legal. Yeah, Rico's naughty.
What do you mean?
Just unnecessary.
I just want to be clear. This is not an indictment by any means. I'm pro whatever's happening with Jordan Walker. I want more of this in baseball. Late 90s baseball is like my favorite.
It's fine.
Griffey, McGuire,
yeah,
Sosa.
but you use Griffey, and Griffey was famously pretty natural.
Sure, that's fine. I'm not saying everybody's on it, but not everybody's got Griffey's talent either. You need a little extra help. I'm here for it. Yeah. Yep.
Big Papi, Alex Rodriguez.
100%. Dude, Big Papi was on the Mitchell Report. I don't have any disillusions about what Big Papi
Yeah, he's skirted through.
And Manny Ramirez. Like, allegedly, the deal with A-Rod is he saw Manny with his shirt off one time. He went and found his trainer and goes, put me what Manny's on. That's the story.
Yeah.
Like,
it's good to see.
I'm here for it.
It's good to see A-Rod and Jeter chop it up.
A-Rod's actually, like, I kind of find him likable.
He's aged extremely well. But he talked about how he had to mature. And he's very honest.
Yes. He's pretty self-aware.
Yes.
He's pretty self-aware, which is always going to go a long way with me.
Yeah.
And he likes to talk ball.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen his TikToks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I like listening to A-Rod talk about baseball.
He's aged well. Post Tiger's last lapse, I had put him in kind of the Kobe Tiger, kind of post bottom of the bottom, like resurrection. A-Rod is definitely in that discussion.
I think he's doing super well for himself. I'm happy to see it because, like, there was a time where even if I didn't like him or whatever, I actually never hated A-Rod that much. I wanted him to be a Red Sox when that whole thing happened in before the 04 season, I think. Like, I wanted him to be on the Red Sox. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I've always hated A-Rod. There was a part of me, especially like late career and early post-retirement, where I just felt uncomfortable because it felt like he was uncomfortable every time he talked to anybody. And it made me feel like it made me feel some kind of way.
Well, he talked about being really, really, really insecure.
Yeah, which I appreciate him even being able to say that. And I don't know, I like him. I like hearing him talk about baseball. I think he's really good on the broadcasts or like in the studio shows or whatever. I think he's good on TikTok. I like A-Rod.
Yeah.
I think he's a good ambassador for baseball.
When they do the baseball studio shows and they have like the former players like showing like how to swing a bat or what pitches, like what the pitchers are doing, and they have to like stand up. It's fantastic.
Those are so good. They do that on MLB Network a lot. And those are, I would like it when it's not Billy Ripken. But I like it when it's somebody that's good. But like those are, you've seen those Billy Ripken ones, and I was like, I don't need to hear what you have to say, Billy.
No, you talk about a guy comes across as mean spirit.
Yeah.
He didn't like anything or anybody.
But like I love it when I'm trying to remember who. There's a guy, I think Tomey's done it on MLB Network before, and Tomey's fantastic.
I like Jim Tomey.
When they had Pete Rose on there, it was great.
I don't like Pete Rose, but
but like when he's showing like how to hit, like it was fantastic.
I didn't. Maybe it's just because I don't like him as a person. That never really connected with me, even when he was doing this type of stuff I typically like. I'm all the way out on Pete Rose.
He was so good to me. I guess us when he was here in Omaha. Let's doing the CWS. Had him on in our former life, and he just seemed really good natured. I don't know. Listen, I'm not running over catchers in the All-Star game. Well, yeah, I probably am. I'm probably going to be a little more. That doesn't bother me. Like the Fossey thing.
No, that doesn't. That's not my issue with.
I don't care that Sean Taylor hit a punter in the pro. Like those kinds of things don't really bother me. It's just,
that's not
kind of the deal with it type. I don't always love. Like, deal with it. Like, just give me a little extra. Like, as long as I know the why, I'm probably okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of off-field stuff with P. Rose that I'm just never going to get over. So
you'll be all right.
I'm just not gonna be a fan of that guy.
You'll be all right.
He'll be okay. I'm just saying, not gonna be my go-to, even before his passing. It's not gonna be my deal. Not my guy.
What do you mean? I'm just playing.
What do you mean?
Who do I? No, I don't think anybody's. No, Jose Bueno. I don't think A-Rod's clean. That was not any of what we said.
Everybody knows A-Rod's not clean.
When he played?
I don't.
Are we talking about steroids still or off field? I don't know.
I don't know if there's off-field stuff with A-Rod that is even in the neighborhood of Pete Rose. I do not know about it.
A-Rod date Jennifer
embarrassing,
Lopez?
PJ. I was never. I appreciated Tony Gwynn. I never loved Gwynn because he was a Padre, so it was just like.
I probably didn't appreciate him enough while he was playing.
Once Gary Templeton got traded, I couldn't get with the Templeton. I don't know. I just don't like the Padres.
I probably didn't appreciate Tony Gwynn enough while he was playing. I was pretty young when he was really
and you
good.
might not have liked his approach either.
Yeah, I appreciate it way more now. And he obviously, I was talking about steroids in the late 90s. Like, obviously, I was very drawn.
Nobody hits like that anymore, except Arise. And
really nobody.
And he's played for 4. Arise has made 4 All-Star games with 4 different teams.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty impressive. That's crazy.
Guy's gonna hit 340 with 1 home run every year.
I think Gwynn had a little more pop than that, if I recall.
I mean, not much more.
I mean, he wasn't like
I would guess
he wasn't Ozzie Smith. Like,
listen, I bet Gwynn's top home run total
I would guess under 20
in a season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say is 14.
I was gonna guess like 15 or 17. Like, I think
what
in
is
the
it?
neighborhood.
I would have thought more
than 14.
Yeah,
his top home run season
17.
He had 14 in 86.
It was a 97.
Well, 17. Oh,
it was.
It might have been that good stuff.
He had
late
90s. He had a little power surge late.
No, because that's when the Bunda got really. Yeah, I mean, he started to grow a little bit.
He went 17, 16, 10 in back-to-back years, which were 3 of his top 5.
Did he get 250?
No, there's no.
That was also the first time he hit. He had 200 hits since 87.
Yeah, some of his hitting statistics are.
I mean, he hit 372 that year.
Unbelievable.
At 37 years old.
No, and I'm with you, HP. I almost said it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But between the talking and the random camera angles, it was giving me a headache.
For the home run derby?
Yeah, I don't want to look at Bryce Harper in his face as he's swinging.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like
100%.
That's not.
Did you find it awkward when they were talking to the Cubs guy in the outfield? And he was trying to concentrate, and then
crow arms.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I kind of like
they
those.
do that. They do that a lot, though.
I kind of like those. Like when they're talking to the fielders as they're in the field. I kind of like
and
that.
Sometimes guys have been being talked to, and the
They,
balls
make a play.
The balls hit to them.
That's kind of fun. I really, really like it. Maybe this is this might be a me thing. I really, really like it when they've got the pitcher mic'd up and he's talking through his pitch sequence.
Yeah.
I love that. Like Dylan Cease in the first inning where he's like, I probably don't want to go there again. I think I might go, and he's like striking everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
That is made for me.
It's good to see Cease recapture some of that form.
Yeah. He looked great last.
I remember peak Cease as a White Sox.
Yeah. We weren't sure if that was coming back.
No, it's a cease and
desist.
It's a little too corny, but I let you finish it.
Is that his nickname?
It should be.
I call one of our guys, his last name Cecil. Sometimes I say Cecil and desist. He's a great kid. He's going to be a fantastic.
What position does he play?
He's a center. Lost a ton of weight. Looks fit. He's good.
Yeah,
got some depth up there.
Yeah. You might be okay on the lines this year. Maybe.
Be all right.
I mean, not trying to disparage anybody, but you needed a little help there the last couple of years.
We'll be all right.
I think you got some reinforcements.
We're older.
Well, yeah, sure.
The help. Luke Noonan.
Any relation?
Yes. It's David's son, Danny's uncle. Or Danny's
It's his
nephew.
uncle. Yeah. Let's take a quick break here. We'll close out the show here in just a minute. There's your All-Star Game talk.
Yeah, I was miffed.
It was fun. It was fun.
And I love baseball. And I watch regular season baseball. So
I would rather watch regular season baseball than what I watched last night. Easily.
Just from the purity of it.
Just from the
is this pre the 9 wins in a row?
Yeah, I'll watch. I mean, I wasn't necessarily going to watch a Red Sox game, but I'll watch a different baseball game.
Well, you got to watch them now.
I do. Yeah, I gotta dial back in.
You have till Friday.
No,
unless you get the random on Thursday.
No, there's just one. It's Phillies and it's not Phillies. Phillies Nationals. Phillies Dodgers. It's not you guys, right?
No,
I think it's Phillies Nationals maybe on Thursday. It's just the one off.
Yeah,
on Thursday.
It's the Mets, I think.
Oh,
is it the Mets? I think it's the Mets.
Happy birthday, Lee.
That's a lot of birthdays.
Apparently, it's his birthday. Let's take a quick break here.
Talking about Naughty Lee?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe relative of one of your former teammates.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Naughty Lee.
Let's take a quick break. That's DBM, Ravi, Lulla, it's Hurrdat Sports Live.
Feeling tired? Foggy? Just off? At NextGen Male Medical Clinic, we offer hormone evaluations, peptides, supervised weight management for men and women. Most insurance accepted. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com.
Yes, there's all the fun references. Gates, Arthur Bryant's, certainly in this coming episode, the Plaza, being here at the current, their stadium. That
Negro Leagues Museum.
The Negro League Museum. All those little touchstones are there, but there has been from the get-go, I think, a spirit of openness and enthusiasm and certainly chattiness with my character that feels unique to the places we had the opportunity to grow up and the circle of people we got to grow up around. And I'd like to think that they feel that we from Kansas City feel well represented by the characters and by the characters that are from Kansas City, the characters that you met in Kansas, like Coach Beard, and Ted's kid and Ted's ex-wife, and there's a congeniality there that can sometimes be confused, even though it's kind and open as being innocent and maybe even naive, and yet I've found that to not always be the case, and I hope folks from back home here recognize that too, and kind of that's I think one of the other inside jokes along with the references and stuff.
listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. DB, you mind if we get a little football-y here?
Oh, I love football-y.
I know. It's one of your favorite things.
I feel like Evan's making fun of me. Is Evan making fun of me?
I don't think so.
Evan told me how jolly I looked leaving next gen. I'd just gotten Hercules.
No, I think Evan's a pretty genuine guy.
But by the way, I'm due.
Yeah?
Except when he's compiling food lists and he starts with Long Johns and ends with Arby's. Which, by the way, have flooded my TikTok timeline.
Well, it's because you send them to us all the time. So your algorithm's like, he loves these. Also, like, I'm just going to be honest with you. Every time you send me one of that one guy, I'm just not watching them.
The one, the tapper?
They're like, not doing it. Every time I see him, I'm out.
Those videos are hilarious.
I'm not doing it.
Don't you guys wonder how he eats?
I wonder a lot of things, but I'm never going to find out.
No.
Videos.
He screws the lid off of things.
Yeah, he's been doing it for however long he's been doing it. So he's a pro at it.
Did you see the other day? He goes, I'm not going to tap the button.
I mean, I'm glad
it's so fast.
It's incredible.
I'm glad he's found a way to kind of deal with all his stuff. That's cool. It's just I'm not going to watch it. It's not for me.
I can't believe you won't even give it a chance.
I have. I gave the first couple of chances. I'm like, this is not for me. This isn't for me.
All right. It's fine.
Well, you'll watch the videos that Austin sends us.
I try not to. Those are horrifying.
Have you ever tried to eat with your elbows?
No. The only thing I've tried to do with my elbows is when that pro cornhole player shot the guy, and I was trying to figure out how he held the gun.
Change the gun.
Yeah. That's the last thing I tried to do with my elbows.
It's fascinating.
That's what I always think when I see like the videos you sent me of the guy, and I'm like, well, if the guy figured out how to kill a guy, you could probably figure out how to eat.
So
different
nobody
guys.
laughed at the blind rankings of the food choices, and the guy got screwed because his favorite food he had to put 10 because he had no spots left.
Yeah, that's how blind rankings work. That's how I ended up with Tom Osborne in 5th, and everybody was like, "Oh, Tom Osborne 5th place." That's how blind rankings work, guys. Sometimes you gotta get put behind a barrel.
You should ask DB the blind rankings from yesterday.
Oh, you didn't watch the show. You didn't listen yesterday, did you?
I hadn't. No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't watch or listen.
That's not true. I usually listen.
He does
because I do it all.
He texts me about stuff a lot of times when he. Let me see if I can. I think I've got it right here. So I was going to get football, but we can do this instead. So these were the blind ranking sports accomplishments. Okay, across multiple sports.
Okay.
And I tried, just as a cheater for you, I tried to keep them in the general neighborhood of what I thought like quality was.
You could have DV do it.
So I am going to have him do it. Shane, that's what we're doing. I'm going to explain it to him. That's so it's not like I'm the best player. I'm the Super Bowl MVP, and then I made my little league team. Like I tried to keep them like sort of even, right?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, could you have Damon do the list?
Or you could have Austin do it.
No, we're going to skip.
I think Evie should do it.
You got
Damon, can you blind rank these really quick?
There's just never a time where you're like, oh, I feel safe.
Where would you put a hot pineapple?
Ravi, the whole sports accomplishment thing, you should have DB rank them blindly.
All right, number 1.
Hey, Shane, can you have this produced while they do this blind ranking?
I'm turning you off.
Scoring a goal in the World Cup.
Wait a second. How many are there?
There are 5.
Okay. Wow.
We decided it could be in the knockout stages, but not past the round of 16. So you're not like getting the game-winning goal of the final. It is a goal in the World Cup, but it's not like a Brandy Chastain penalty kick to win it situation.
All right. I will take. There's 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. 130,000 people, depending on my stadium. Millions watching for my country. Scoring. Let's be safe. Let's put it dab smack in the middle. Let's go with number 3.
Okay. Second one on the list here. I don't remember what order I gave him to these guys in, so we're just going to do it this way.
Okay.
Winning a Super Bowl as a contributing backup. So let's say you're starting on special teams, but you're not a returner.
Okay.
So there's no like Desmond Howard situation here where you might win an MVP or something like that. You're like a second string safety or linebacker. You're playing people who really love the team know who you are. You record stats, but you're not a starter, not a Pro Bowl or anything like that. You're a contributor on a Super Bowl team as a backup.
Let's go 4.
Okay.
Super Bowl's 4.
Next up on the list.
Because it's behind scoring a goal in the World Cup.
I'm going to tweak one of these from yesterday, guy, because I think we decided on a better number for the one, but that'll come in a minute here. Winning a bronze medal in the Olympics, individual sport, but not like a super sexy sport. So you're not winning like the 100-meter dash. Bronze medal.
A bronze medal for me. Well, it has to go 5 because it's below winning a Super Bowl.
Okay. Because gold medal's too easy, right? Gold medal would be pretty high, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But bronze medal.
And bronze, I'm still elite.
Yeah, you're third best in the world at whatever the thing is that you do.
You're the third best equestrian.
Or whatever it is. Just not one of the big sexy events.
Gosh, if I'm good enough to medal, I'm probably pissed about a bronze. I got to go 5.
You know, there's a bunch of studies that people that win bronzes are actually happier than the people that win silvers.
What studies are those?
They've interviewed a bunch of Olympic athletes over the years, and typically speaking, the people that win bronze or that win silver feel like they missed out on the gold, where the few people that win the bronze feel like they accomplished something.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm medaling. I certainly don't want to be third of the medalers.
Okay,
that's just me.
That's 3. So that was your 5th?
5th, yeah.
Okay, so we're at 3, 4, 5.
I hope these are good.
Leading the NBA in scoring. 1 year. You're not like a generational player. Let's throw what's the one? T-Mac? T-Mac's generational.
I screwed that up.
You could just say it's the one Carmelo season.
Yeah, you're like a good player, but you're not winning a championship, but it's like, hey.
It's 2.
Okay. Where would you have put it if you, because you said you screwed it up. Where did you want to put it?
It would be behind winning the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But probably in front of the bronze.
So team over individual on that one. Okay. Last one here. You'll probably like where this ends up. Hitting 30 home runs in a major league season.
It's 1.
Would it have been 1 in it regardless?
That's 1. Yeah.
Okay. I had it at 20 for those guys, but they're like 20's too low. Would 20 have still been number 1? 20 home runs in a major league season? Because those are the numbers I debated between. Because a lot of people hit 20 home runs in a season. 30 feels different.
It's probably still 1.
Even at 20?
Yeah.
Because of the baseball part?
It's probably still 1.
Okay.
I thought the only thing I may flip-flop.
Yeah. So you did home runs, NBA scoring title.
I'm special. I'm a contributor or am I a dude? That's probably about right.
Contributor. You're a contributor.
That's probably about right. This list is probably about right.
Okay, so your order is home runs,
yep.
NBA and scoring,
yep.
World Cup,
yep.
Super Bowl as a backup,
yep.
Bronze medal.
Correct.
You feel good about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
What would you have done if you didn't know?
I like basketball the most, so I feel like leading the NBA in scoring would have been really fun for me. Like, I think that's the one I would enjoy doing the most.
Yeah.
I think I'd put scoring a goal in the World Cup second. I feel like that's a really big deal, and like the emotion of the moment, I feel like would be really.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for today.
What do you mean?
Like just the match.
Oh yeah. I
mean, I was mad about yesterday, but
you wanted France.
Well, I thought I picked France to win.
Oh, you picked France to win the whole. Yeah. Spain's super solid, man. Like they
have way more versatility
stylistically
than I thought.
Yeah.
Like they can play a couple of different ways, and France panicked.
They defended France super well. Like France did not get great opportunities.
They turned the water off.
Yeah,
which is how England is going to have to defend Messi.
Yeah,
like you have to limit his options.
Yeah,
but quietly though, it's funny because Argentina has one of the best midfielders on the planet, and he's flying under the radar.
Well, yeah, because everybody flies under the radar with Messi. I mean,
he's elite.
Yeah. No, I mean I think that's the mistake people make with Argentina. Like they think it's Messi and then everybody else. Like they're obviously like you don't win the World Cup with one guy.
Yeah,
right.
I think I got to go with England. I don't know.
I'm rooting for England, but
does that sound right to say?
I don't have the disdain for England that a lot of people do.
I wouldn't call it a
I don't know. A lot of the stuff I see online, people hate England. I don't really understand it.
I think it's looking down on Americans.
I have a much larger
in like who are we to talk, because that's what we're really good
so we
at.
do to everybody else.
Yeah.
I have a much larger disdain for Argentina than I do England.
I'm gonna go with England.
Yeah.
That's I think you're right, Corey, and I think they're gonna push Messi right. Like I think you're right. I think it's England's defense that I'm going to go with England.
Also, like on a national or on like an international scale, I feel like Jude Bellingham doesn't get the credit that a lot of these other guys do.
Well,
like he's phenomenal.
He's elite.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the world. But like people don't talk about him in the same conversation as like Messi or Mbappe or some of these other guys, or even like Ronaldo. I get Ronaldo has the length of his career, but today Jude Bellingham's better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I don't think that's a question. And then you still got like your
zero
Harry Kanes and stuff like that. Like they're really, really good.
He's elite.
And Bellingham's fun to watch too. Like he's a creative, fun player to watch.
Do you guys like the start times, or are you just getting in where you fit in? Because
I wish it was like
for the country.
Yes,
it's for the world. I'm sorry, not the country.
Yesterday, I wish it would have been a little bit later. 2 felt early. I don't mind the 4 o'clock starts.
Well, you're getting 2 today,
but the 2 o'clock feels like it's a little 2 in the middle of the day for me. I like it when there's a bunch of them and there's like a 2 o'clock. Like I didn't mind it was like 11 to 5. Like I don't mind that. But when it's just the one off, it's at 2 o'clock. It's tough. I get it with the like you're appealing to the rest of the world, but it's a little tough.
Rico, is that appointment television for you or no?
What?
World Cup?
No. Like I'll watch it every once in a while. I'll turn it on. I'm like, oh, this looks like it'll be an interesting game, and I'll turn it on and watch a little bit. But I'm not planning my day around a match.
I mean, at this point, I typically am for like this for the once you're in the knockout stages.
I might for the championship, like for the final game. But
what's that number going to draw
domestically? That's interesting. The U.S. games were getting like 40. I think the best one was like 45.
Yeah,
which is a huge number. I think it's the most watched soccer match of all time.
It's a huge number,
or the most watched U.S. soccer match of all time. I don't know. It might depend on who it is.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think England draws the same crowd as Argentina?
Jimmy Neutron, what do you think that number draws?
For today or for the
finals?
Well, it's been over like 113 million, hasn't been?
I'm checking right now what the last one was.
On average.
I think they've only said the domestic numbers. I haven't seen international numbers. Have I just not seen those, or did they release that?
So internationally, I'm not sure. But Ravi prefaced it with domestic.
Okay. Yeah. I would say for domestic, I think you would probably still push to 100 because it's one of the premier sporting events. You get a national audience that a lot of people will tune in for. I think you're still going to get to 100.
I mean, I don't know if these numbers are right because I've only have the AI. I don't have the time to look up everything. It looks like the final domestically only is. Oh no, that's not for the final. Come on, guys.
You could just do average viewership.
I did. So it was the average television rating for a World Cup final. So the U.S. Belgium. So internationally, it's 500 million. Is the international number that watched? That was the average number. This is going to blow you away.
Who has all those televisions internationally?
This is going to blow you away even more. At some point, at least 1.4 billion people watched at least part of the match in 2022. 1.4 billion. That's like a fifth of the global population.
That is such a stupid number.
1.4 billion.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How many of the global population don't own televisions?
It's got to be less now. So here's the thing we got to think about. Most people in China probably have at least one television at this point, I would think. Most people in India, I can say pretty definitively have a television. Most people in the U.S. So those are your top 3 right off the bat right there. So, I mean, if India and China are big.
I mean, Africa is heavily populated.
Right. But I'm talking individual countries. Okay. Those are your big 3, right? I believe they're 1, 2, 3 in the world. And then Africa, Brazil, South America, you're gonna have Brazil, super heavily populated. I would imagine I think that access to television is much more ubiquitous now than it used to be. You want me to look it up?
Damn near all the European countries. I know they're not as populated as the ones that you were naming, but
so this is saying in the 2022 World Cup was only 26 million, the final.
Do you think there are more cell phones or televisions in the world?
Ooh, cell phones is interesting because technically you could watch it on a cell phone.
Yeah. I think this is totally anecdotal. If I had to guess, I'd say there's more cell phones.
I would agree.
Yeah, because I mean, in a household, you could have 5 phones and 3 televisions.
So the estimate,
I would say there's more phones than.
But how many businesses have televisions but no cell phones?
How many TVs are in the Hurrdat sports bar compared to the amount of cell phones?
So this says approximately 79% of all households worldwide own at least one television set. So about 80%, 4 out of every 5 people in the world have a television in their household. So that makes
a billion don't.
Yeah, so that you're
almost a billion and some change.
Yeah, almost 2 at this point, I think.
Yeah.
So you talk about 6 billion people. A quarter of those watch the World Cup.
Burners.
You gotta watch out for those burners. Let's see how many people have cell phones real quick, just while we're doing demographics work.
That's not a big number. Are you sure 26 million?
I looked it up in a few different ways, and 26 million was the number I kept getting.
That seems low.
I agree. I thought it was pushing 100. It's about the same. Approximately 70% of the global population have cell phones, and 79% have. So there probably are.
That's a terrible movie, Evan.
More cell phones because each individual has a cell phone. 7% of the global population, but the TV was households. So 80% of households have one. So there probably are more cell phones.
And DJ's right. I mean, viewing numbers are not just TV.
Yes. Yeah. You got the streaming numbers and stuff now too. Apparently there's 8.3 billion active mobile subscriptions in the world. So there's more than one per person.
God, that's sick.
Worldwide, which means three.
Well, there's lots of Kevin Gates. That makes sense.
Half of those 5.8 billion people have 2. Is what we're learning here. We do have a lot of burners.
Yeah, apparently.
A lot of burners out here. Rico, how many burners you got?
Twitters? 2.
No.
Cell phones? 0.
2 has a burner Twitter.
2, apparently.
All right, Durant.
I do too. I do. I have 2 burners.
Shane is actually Kobe.
It's been a pretty good ride being that.
Seems more like
left lane, huh, Shane?
Seems more like captain to me. That's the show for today. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's like when it's 10 o'clock and he has the green light. We don't hear anything. He's traumatized now. He just won't pull the trigger.
I was waiting for the CEO. I love you.
I gotta wait for the show to end.
Just waiting for some music.
I thought Austin was doing it.
Anytime
today.
now, Shane. Just
I
go
thought they want Austin to do it.
What
See you, Evan. See you. Have a good day. Love you.
Shane had to poop, so he wasn't here.
Shane got early on the parasite virus.
Yeah, that's it. But so Shane, it'd have been cool. You know, if you poop your pants.
We also know Shane can't have that happen again because he doesn't eat vegetables.
I can't knock it there.
I didn't say that. I said I don't eat cauliflower.
John Papuchas?
I don't eat that.
I don't eat cauliflower either, Shane.
I don't think anybody should. I don't eat
tomatoes. Hell with that.
There are a couple restaurants that make like buffalo cauliflower now. It's pretty popular.
I don't eat broccoli. Not doing that.
Don't do that.
Mushrooms, guys, Shane?
Yeah, I do like mushrooms, yes.
Which kind?
On your steak?
We trippy, man.
the kind that he sees when he uses the restroom.
That is the show for today. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla will be back tomorrow. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.